Hello YouTube. Dwarf Fortress? Parallel worlds? You're right, yes, that's a good idea. I'll get on with it. So, as I was saying, we've got a new vampire in the fortress. We've got our little waiting room over here to keep our vampires, plural, locked away. And we're going to build a little temple over the magma here and dedicate it to the volcano god. We're almost there. I think we can probably start putting walls around the edge now to form the actual temple itself. And I think we'll floor over a bit more of it, because looking at this, it's a little bit too big for our purposes. I'm thinking maybe if we wall off this here and this here, then we've got a nice square area to use for our god-dedicated magma. God-dedicated magma? That's a very clunky way to put it. So, without further ado, let's not even bother going on a proper tour of the fortress. I'm going to say build floor, no, capital C, F for floor, and I would like to make it fit in here. So, we start, yeah, that bit will be walled in. So we start there. We can also go there. Can it go that way? No, it can't. Shit, I've got to... How do I undo it? Shift K? H. H, it's H. There we go. So we pop that there. We'll build it out of... we didn't have any more granite blocks, did we? I mean, I could just make it out of raw granite, but it will take a lot longer. Oh, we have got granite blocks. Look, we've got 52. Bang. Enough to do all of them. Brilliant. Let's try again, see if we can do the rest of it. Probably not, I'd say. Oh, no, we can't. We've got to wait until we've actually got some contact ground to build off of. Never mind. Back down here. If we go across this way, that's the bit we want to wall in, isn't it? Just do that. And then we can just get taller. Is that right? That's where we want it. Okay. Is that right? That's right. That'll do. I'm too confused to actually get this finished. Let me just put those in there, and then we find the actual granite blocks. Where are the granite? Not blocks, sorry. The granite boulders. Have we got any? Just raw granite. I don't think we have. Oh, there it is. There it is. Good. Okay, so at least it's all going to get built up. And then as we get more blocks dug out, we can complete the floor and finish the temple and do the vampires in. Now, did we figure out who the vampire was? That's an issue here, I think. Press B, turn on box select, and define a build by its corners with the option to press H to make it hollow. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give that a go. Next time I'm putting flooring in, we need more granite blocks, but I'll give it a go. Okay, where were we? Let's unpause it and let things continue. And we'll go over to Dwarf Therapist. Brace your eyeballs. We're going to a predominantly white screen, so if you're in a dark room, it may sting. There we go. So let's have a little refresh and check how many we've got. We've got 94 adults, 10 children, and 12 vulnerable babies. We've got this guy here, Ervad Sazigurath, and we have to find him to actually put him into the military unit / into the burrow area to get him locked up. So, actually, are they both already locked up? I know Schmeliork has already been locked up. And I think it's Kogan, isn't it? Actually, if we sort them by migration wave, then I can just go to the most recent one. Yeah, it was Ervad. 30 dwarves came in that last wave. Were any of them any good? No, none of them were any good at all. It's a tragedy. Let's have a little sip here. There we go. We've got some purple text at the bottom there. Oh, it's a stray llama being slaughtered, don't worry. Nothing to panic about. Right, let's give this guy a nickname. Set nickname. We'll just put Vamp in front of his name. Oh, 16 characters, you bastard. Right, we'll just change his whole name to Vamp then. And we'll pretend he's out of Metal Gear Solid. Commit. There we go. There's Vamp Sazigurath. And now we have to find him in the game and put him in that little burrow. Can we press double? Can we just press W? Yeah, we can press W. And then we go to... Where's my cursor? Oh, Vamp, you do it like that. Okay. Then we add citizens to this burrow and we look for Vamp, who is living under a pseudonym, I presume. In which case we may have trouble finding him. Well, no, we found him last time. How did we manage it? Maybe we'll be able to find his real name. If I look into old Dwarf Therapist a bit deeper, we'll be able to figure out what he's called. Cadol, Ming, Lawban... there he is. Aha! Vamp the Bookbinder. In you go. So, we've set him to that, which means when someone stands next to it, we will unlock the door and they will toddle in. And hopefully no humans this time, because we did have that guy go in and get drained, which is a problem. We don't want him getting drained. We don't want anybody more getting drained. Then again, maybe we do. Maybe we need to find a few stragglers we don't really need and prune them out of the flock. Although I get the feeling that's going to make our dwarves pretty moody. If you start just sacrificing people to the vampires, they're going to go, I don't like it. Maybe he's not going because the door's locked shut. Let's permit passage. Come on. Don't let either of the vampires... No! Oh, the mayor's gone to kill... Ah, they've both gone to kill somebody. I think we're about to see... Yep. We've lost a bone doctor. Are they both vampires who've gone in there? There's Vamp. No, not the children. Not the children. Actually, I can lose the children. We don't need the children. They can stay in there. Look at that. And look, it's one each and a spare. It's what you'd call a last meal. They're being offered a final meal, and unfortunately under Dwarven law they have to be given whatever they asked for. And so when he says, I would like a baby, please, they have to grant that wish. And so I wonder if a vampire would use like the soft spot on the top of a baby's head, like a sort of Capri Sun thing, just push a straw in. I mean, you'd have to go fairly far down. You'd need to get through to the heart, really. Otherwise, you're just getting brain, which, I mean, that's more of a Return of the Living Dead zombie thing than a vampire thing, really. I mean, now that I think about it, it's a terribly flawed idea. I don't think it would work. You'd be better off trying to suck it out of their nose. No. See, I would make a terrible cannibal. Okay, so the children look like they're just being ignored for now, but no doubt we'll be seeing some purple notifications shortly that tell us of their death. They still haven't completed building these floors, but that's okay. We can wait. We can let them get on with it. Unfortunately, we don't have a heap of granite blocks, but if I go to the manager screen, we can see if we've made an order for blocks. We have. We've made an order for granite blocks, which is good. Although, having said that, we've just used a lot of granite building that floor, so it might behoove us to go and start mining, because we haven't really done that much. We've dug out some rooms, and we haven't even filled them all up. Let's have a quick pause and a check of what's been done. This floor's all good. We might want to start smoothing soon, actually. Get the dwarves a bit more of a nice living space to hang around in. Yeah, and down here, that's it. It's just a few floors that have been dug out with some rooms, and there's not much stuff in them. We might want to grab out a bit more granite. Although there is a lot of stuff lying on the floor around here, which makes me suspect we have a ready supply of granite. In fact, I could check the stocks, couldn't I? If I just press Z and go to... Oh, we've got a stone one. Okay. How much granite have we got? Is that even listed? Garnerite, gold nuggets, gypsum. Huh. Oh, other stone. We want to go to... There we go. Cobaltite. Granite. There we go. Have we got any? It doesn't say. It's just a list of stones. Oh, restricted stones are reserved for use by the listed tasks. Interesting. Okay. Right, okay. Granite isn't magma safe. That's also interesting, considering we use it to build a floor over a lava, but... A lava? A volcano. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Surely not the first time a baby's head has been likened to a Capri Sun. Probably not. Not even on this channel. I mean, it's a very obvious thing to make. Although it's more like one of those cup drinks. I don't know. I used to get them in the school tuck shop. You'd have like a drink with like a plastic film over the top, but it was like a regular cup-shaped cup, and then they put them in the freezer and freeze them, and you'd cut the top open and just suck it, but they had like a straw you could poke through if you had it as a drink. Was that coherent? Did I just make strange noises in succession and have no one understand me? It's entirely possible. Let's look at the stocks then, rather than that, and we'll actually look at the granite blocks. If I use page down, will it work? It will. Unfortunately, it's just items, not... damn. Stones, 1,000... Huh. Hang on a minute. Have I set the tolerances on the guy who's doing the bookkeeping? I don't think I have. Settings, S. Let's go to highest precision. That sounds good to me. I think he's got an office, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got an office. Who hasn't got what they need? The captain of the guard and the mayor. They need better offices, better quarters, and chests, cabinets. We've had those on order since last time, haven't we? Let's put some chests down in these rooms. Where's a cabinet? It's F. There we go. Put a cabinet there, and a cabinet there, and a cabinet there, and a cabinet there. Did you want 2 cabinets or 1 cabinet? 2 chests, 1 cabinet. Okay. Have we built any chests? I don't think we have, actually. Let's put an order in for them. Chest. A bog sauce chest. Oh, yeah, musical instrument thing. Do we want wooden chests? We don't really have the material ability to make any of these metal ones yet, so we'll make wooden chests for now. Let's give it an order for 20, even though that's way more than we need. I might check to see if we've got some, though. Have we got any chests at all? I can't remember what it is. It's a container, isn't it? K? Nope. H. There we go. So I can put a container there, and... oh, look at that. We've got 12 willow chests. Clearly, I have built chests. Let's remove the order to have those built then, because that's just going to get confusing if we do that. There we go. Armour stands as well they wanted, didn't they? Armour stands. Put one there. Put one there. Put one there. And put one there. Lovely. Okay. So what else does he need? Chests, cabinets, and he's a weapon rack, and I think that's it. We can give him a decent dining room as well. Build weapon rack. Pop that there. One in here next to this armour stand. Jesus Christ. Come on, scoundrel. Keep control. There we go. And then we put one here. And there we go. Armour stands, weapon racks, chests, and... oh, he needed 2 chests. Hang on. 2 chests. Okay. Build H. There's a container. And then every room can have another chest in. Why not? Let's go chest crazy. There we go. Lovely willow chests for everybody. There we go. Right, let's catch up with chat for a second. Ocelotti's back with more beer. Congratulations, well done. I wouldn't mind a beer right now, but unfortunately I've just got a cup of coffee with a tiny splash of Tia Maria in it, which is not what I'd call my go-to drink, but it's good enough. It's getting me festive for the Christmas spirit. In my childhood, they sold small prismatic cardboard boxes with a sealed opening to be pierced with a straw. I don't recall any drinks in cups of that kind being imported, though. I know the ones you're talking about. The sort of little like pyramid-y shapes, like a three-sided... Three-sided? I know what you mean. You can freeze them as well, and you tear the side off and go on, eat through them. It's lovely. I've single-handedly looked through the entire world's history of groups, the entity that settled in the site, and found no duplicated names. Oh. So what's going on? So the Legends file, Master Nater, for those of you watching on YouTube, has got a copy of the Legends file for this world and has been going through it, but apparently it was crashing earlier, which he posited the reason for was duplicate names in the registry, but... apparently that's not a thing now, so... oh, thank you for gifting a sub, Ocelot. Getting Master Nate... Master Nate... sorry. My mind is falling apart. Deep into the fold. Luring him in, making sure he hangs around. It's good. I like it. Jubblies. Yes, Jubblies Druid's Mead. Yes. Yes. Those were the little drinks that you put into the cupboard. Freezer. Fuck me. Come on, scoundrel. Wake up. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to this. Rather than talking about Jubblies, for a second there, I saw Jubblies in chat and thought, were we talking about boobs? And then I realised, no, Jubblies was the name of the drinks that we were talking about, of course. So anyway, let's resume the action and let them discover their lovely new offices and see how they feel about them. We have got a mayor's office, haven't we? Let me just check this. There's the bookkeeper. This is... Who's this throne belong to? Manager. This one. Broker. Oh, good God. Does this not belong to anyone in particular? It just says Plutonium Jesus, but not a post. Interesting. This one belongs to the bookkeeper. So bookkeeper, manager, broker, and presumably the mayor. Let's assign this to the mayor. I don't know why Plutonium Jesus has it. I don't think he's got a job at the moment. Where is the mayor? Schmeliork's the mayor, isn't he? Oh, we're going to be chucking him. Don't worry, Plutonium Jesus. You'll be getting your mayoral position back very soon. Schmeliork's going into the volcano, I think. Although I could be wrong. Make it the mayor's desk, but not the captain of the guard's desk, because it won't always be the case that he is both. Here we go. Let's have a quick look at these notifications. Stray Llama. Fuzzy Logic's made a masterpiece diorite door. Johnny 5 has been found dead, completely drained of blood. Named but last episode and dead already. Good God, Johnny 5. What a roller coaster that will be for you when this video is published on YouTube. We'll have to put another one in. Maybe we'll call him Johnny 6, or maybe Johnny 5 2. That's Johnny 52. That'd be weird. I'll put another Johnny 5 in, and then with an II afterwards. That makes sense. Yeah, we just got to remember to do that next time I go into a therapist. Could be not just in owners, but in actual names of the site. Okay. I'll start. Just smack the old what's names in chat. The old emotes. Well, I say emotes. I've only got one emote, but yeah, get it out. That's what that's pretty much the sole benefit of a sub. Oh, actually, no, you don't see ads when you come onto the stream. That's another thing. You don't see ads. But I don't think there's much beyond that. I think there's a thing that people can do, like Twitch does giveaways for Amazon Prime people, and I can set up a chest thing where people can put those rewards in that chest, and then I can randomly push a button, or I can push a button and it will randomly distribute the stuff in the chest to everybody in chat. But I'm not sure if it just goes to subs or what. In fact, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's mainly emotes you get for subbing. I could be wrong though. I mean, that's all I'm aware of anyway. Is that another one? 3 subs. Oh my God, Ocelot, you're going mad. Careful now. Don't let the booze get the better of you. Don't go crazy. Stay those hands. Be careful. And don't get too drunk, because I'm probably going to be like trying to tap you up in Discord tomorrow to try and get that computer fixed as well. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. I'm sure it's something very simple that I've done wrong. Okay, all the offices are appointed now. Let's take a look. Schmeliork apparently not happy with that. Oh, he needs a decent dining room. Okay. Well, let's give him one of these tables in here then, maybe. That makes sense, doesn't it? That is the one... No, is that the one? That one? That one? I don't know which table actually has the dining room designation on it. Is there any way to find that without actually having to go through each table individually? I don't think there is there? Ah, well, I'm sure we'll find it sooner or later. All we've got to do is wait until the room flashes blue. No, it's none of them. Any of these? Nope. So apparently this isn't even a dining room. How is that? Okay, let's try again. Suddenly I click on it and find it. Okay, so that's a meeting hall, that's fine. Then we go down to this one, and we'll also make this one a dining room. Like that. And then we'll assign the table to Schmeliork, the mayor. And we'll auto-allocate that to the mayor. There we go, isn't that lovely? I suppose I could actually have done that just in the mayor's office, couldn't I? That would make more sense. Oh well. Live and learn. Hopefully I haven't cancelled out the original dining room. We'll check it out though. Assign Schmeliork. Nah. Okay, that's good. Now we'll check to see the original dining room hasn't been obliterated. No, it's good. It's very good. Find this man a crossdwarf station before the mood gets him. That's true. Maybe we should get Ocelot in front of something to make. We should get him a craft kit stat. Get his hands crafting some kind of legendary thing. Because otherwise he might enter into a fey mood and start trying to craft something out of dwarf bones. And if he's taken by a fey mood and looking for something to kill, there's a child in the house. We've got to be careful. He does need distracting. Immediately. Does iron flow to the forges, says Druid's Mead. No. Has lava tasted the flesh of the unworthy? Again, not yet. We're heading there. We're getting in that way. Are there legendary axe lords in training for a trip to the circus? No. Again, we are behind in those kind of regards. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Where are we? Let's pause the action because I'm letting it get away with me. You may have noticed I'm a little bit worse for wear. I may have had a little to drink. So let's all be a little bit more lenient, shall we, and forgive the scoundrel in his cups. Well, I say cups. Let's go down and check out what we've got going on here, because I'm getting a little bit worried that there's some stuff that I've just overlooked entirely that I should be addressing, and it's going to be a major oversight. We're not actually linked up to the caverns, are we? They're only connected to the surface gate over there. Okay, let's build some more floors. Once we get this temple done, everything will be great. That's a cabinet. We don't want that. We want capital C, F. And then we build a cross here. That's right. Ah, shit. That's alright, though. We can go there. There we go. In fact, let's fill that whole bit in. Why not? Let's do that. We don't have granite blocks. Or do we? Maybe we do. We do. We're back up to 80 granite blocks. We're actually producing them at a fairly hefty rate. Let's do another floor here, and then we'll connect these bits up. There we go. More granite blocks, and then more floor. Presumably we've got enough to do just in here. That'll be nice. Granite blocks. Great. And not a wall. We don't want a wall, we want a floor. And then bingo. Granite blocks. And then another floor. I think we're probably going to run out of granite blocks before we end up getting this bit done. This is a substantially larger area. 8 granite blocks. Yes, we still need 13. That's fine though. We'll just go straight to the raw granite and bung some of that in. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I've missed it. Granite. Lovely. And then we'll come back in a bit once they've built that. Are all 3 vampires in the vampire room? Yes, they are. Good. And no, wait. Yes, they are. They are good. And there are still 4 children in there, who are sleeping. So apparently the vampires aren't interested in drinking the blood of these kids. Or maybe each of the other vampires counts as a witness, preventing the others from feeding. Maybe if we constructed a small wall here, just around the bed area, or just put a few little baffles in, it would allow the vampires to eat the children? I'm not sure. Interesting. Good lord, it's another one. Ocelot, you wild man. Oh, I got an emote, apparently. Let's have a look at this. What's going on there? Hello, Tidy. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Is that? What is this emote? Sorry, I just have to explore here. Twitch? No, it's not that one. Channel emotes? Okay, I may have to come back to that one and figure that out after the stream, because apparently I've just got an emote because of all the gifted subs. Intriguing. Oh no, there it is. Look, there it is. I used it. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting confused. They only drink every few months. What, the dwarves? Ah, the vampires, of course. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, hello. What's decomposing in here? Why have we got miasma on the floor of our little Oh, Johnny 5. Have we not allowed all these graves for being buried in? Hang on. Oh. Okay. Okay. We'll just activate all these coffins, because of course they need activating. I mean, it only makes sense. Why wouldn't they need activating? There we go. I know when I have buried people, they've needed to go in an activated coffin. Otherwise, they might just get up and walk off. Okay, here we go. We're good. Okay, all the coffins have been activated. Hopefully now our poor departed Johnny 5 will be taken over. There he is. Look, we can see his little purple corpse going up that corridor. And there's a bit of dissipating miasma. There's another corpse in there. It seems like this is the room. This is the ghetto bedroom where all the vampiric feeding just takes place. Someone goes in there, fresh from the fort, never been to any of these little areas before, falls asleep on the floor, and then Nosferatu creeps up behind them and gives them a little nipsy. Gives them a little nip. A little nipsy, that sounds wrong. That's a slang word for a bomb hole. Johnny 5 is not alive, no. He has been disassembled, apparently. Although I think maybe he was just drained. He may not have been disassembled. It's not that kind of thing, a vampire bite, is it? They don't sort of go rah and tear you apart. That's more of a weird creature thing. We've had weird pandas, we've had weird squirrels tearing people apart, but vampires have usually been rather restrained. I suppose they want to stay hidden, don't they? Vampires just want to have secrecy. It doesn't scan so well. It doesn't quite work. What have we got in these workshops or these stockpiles here that we need to use? We've got a lot of mechanisms. We could probably... I tell you what, actually, let's go to the surface. We're actually thinking about it. We could put a metalsmith's workshop here, couldn't we? Let me just check the... Oh yeah, those are pretty steep walls. All the way up. We could probably wall this off relatively straightforwardly. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to build this with a little hole or two in to make a smith's workshop, and then we can start putting some stockpiles built into the side of the mountain here. That doesn't matter if they've got soil in them. As long as they're going. I feel like having active magma forges is more important than having pretty magma forges. And besides, they're right next to the volcano god temple. It's going to be great fun. It's going to be fantastic. Don't panic. Build workshop magma forge is V. And we need one of the side squares. So if I pop it there, we only need to leave one of those squares uncovered. Yeah, okay, I can do that. So cool. Build capital C floor. Hopefully we've got the required bits and bobs. So we go all the way across like that, may as well. Donk. And then have I got granite blocks? Have we built any? Yes, we have 20. Very exciting. And then once that's been built in, we can fill in this little bit over here. And we'll have a lovely magma furnace straight up and running. While I think about it, let me build this wall around the edge. Build, capital C, wall. And then we can also decide what we're going to build the walls out of. I think we'll start the wall out here. Yeah, why can't... Oh, I can't build a wall on a floor. Screw you, Dwarf Fortress. I mean, really, screw you. Right, we're going to build this out of not iron bars. That seems a bit extravagant. Not copper bars. Don't need that. We could make it out of logs. It would be quite nice to rub that in the elves' faces, like a big wooden wall, but it doesn't feel very dwarfy. Feels a little bit weak. Maybe we'll go with granite. We need the granite blocks made up for the floors. Mind you, we'll be running out soon enough. Solid. Let's just do granite blocks. There we go. Oh, we need more. Fair enough. We'll use regular granite then. There we go. Just have that in as a guide wall. And we can fill in the missing bits of floor to make it look nice. Well, you know, wood is not the ideal building material. It's not very dwarven, but it does horrify elves as they come to the fortress. And we got quite a bit of it knocking around as well. Trees be getting chopped. In fact, looking at this, it looks like the surface is almost totally denuded. We have 2 trees left. Hello. We've got some starving, dehydrated children. Vabok, Bemble, Iden and Udma. Let me guess, they're the ones locked in the vampire room? Iden, excuse me, Udma, Vabok, Bemble. Oh, do we let them out? I feel like we have to let them out. But the trouble is, someone else will come in and the vampires will have a nice little holiday and drink somebody. Oh well, what can we do? There go the babbies. Come on, last babby. Bosh, here we go. They're all out. I think it worked. Wow. We just let the kids out. It was that simple. The vampires stayed there. They appear to have some kind of sense of sportsmanship. Or some such bobbins. Excuse me. Come on, get those granite blocks made so we can build some more stuff. We should have plenty of granite knocking around, shouldn't we? I feel like there must be tons of the stuff. Anyway, let's think about other things we can build as well. Because we've got... Oh, hello. A human caravan has arrived. Very exciting. Where are they? Top left. Okay, one wagon. Is that it? One wagon, not even any donkeys. Oh, hello. No, two wagons. Nice. Hopefully we have a stockpile of spiked wooden balls to trade with. I'm not sure if we do. Mind you, we didn't sell all of the ones we had, did we? I think we only sold like a quarter of our value anyway, so we're all right. We're all right. Have they made it in yet? It looks like our trade depot is already flashing. Yet there are still wagons to come down the hill, I believe. Okay, let's get our trader in there anyway. Trader requested at depot, and we'll move some goods there while we're waiting for them. We'll go to weapons. No, let's go to trap components. I know they're down here somewhere. There they are. Bingo, bango, bongo. Lovely. And then, is there anything else we can sell? I don't think we need to right now. We can call it up if we need it. Panzerbeards heading to the depot to have a little trade. Fingers crossed we're ready to go soon. Ah, Kogan Nanirba, the Lasher, has been elected mayor. Let me guess, he's a vampire. I'm just going to have a quick look at Therapist. We'll check it out. Kogan, yeah, he's a vampire. It looks like the position of mayor is basically going to move on a merry-go-round from vampire to vampire until we get this whole fortress sorted. Oh, a dwarven child has been possessed. Very nice. Hello, Drankara. I was feeding the vampires babies. Yes, I was. However, I had a moment of vacillation and I let them free. I just saw them going, we're hungry, we're dehydrated, help us. And I opened up the door and the vampires stayed in their room. Maybe we've broken their spirit by keeping them locked in there. Then again, maybe not. Anyway, let's follow this possessed dwarven child. Where are they? I can't see... Oh, here we go. Look, down here by the pond. Clicky, clicky. No, mouse cursor says no. There we go. And we'll follow them. And unpause the game. Right, let's see what kind of workshop they claim. Oh, hello. I thought they were going up the mountain for a second, but no. It's all fine. Nobody panic. I'm guessing it's going to be a Craftsdwarf workshop. Yep, there we go. Craftsdwarf workshop claimed. Let's follow them again, see where they go. Don't want them caught out without any materials. Hopefully they'll make something good. I'm guessing bone here, possibly leather. There we go. It looks like bones to me. They're taking a while to haul it back. Are they going slower or something? Jesus Christ, Ocelot. Is that another one? My goodness. Apparently, Druids Mead, the biters drink about once a month. But I don't know how accurate that is or not. That was just the say-so in chat. Which is usually quite accurate, to be fair. Okay, something out of the trade depot. Bars. Okay, so it's going to have some metal in it. That's interesting. Come on then, down you go. Did they just... And now block. Oh, we've got a starving yak calf. That's of no interest to me. Have they started construction? No. There we go. Follow them back up. So they're getting quite a few ingredients here. This is very nice. And hello, Elite. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us again. Druid's Mead. Has he gone back for more stuff? Sorry, I got distracted there. More iron bars. Presumably iron. Maybe they're not iron. They might be nickel or something. What is he building? Now a big block of stone. Is this a baby or a child we're talking about here? I'm not sure. If it's a baby, then good God, somebody help it with that boulder. But if it's a child, congratulations, you're a very strong child. And he's back out again. Wow. I'm guessing more metal bars, considering he's going to the trade depot. He's off again with more metal bars. I daren't leave him unattended, because I've got a horrible feeling the second we do, he'll be like, I can't find what I want. And he'll just start having them. Oh no, look, he's fine, he's done it. He's begun his mysterious construction. Okay, let's go and see how trade goes. We click here. T for trade. I'm going to have a look and see what they've got. What's our trade value like? Spiked balls, very valuable, very prime. 26 grand in a single bin. I think we'll be fine. We can probably buy everything they've got. In fact, let's just assume that and buy all their bars, because we haven't got much metal on this map. Don't care about their gemstones. There's not much use to me. Gold blocks, they can be melted down. Sure, let's buy them. Why not? Oh, hello. Ah, shit. I just marked everything for trade. Bollocks. I don't want everything. Let's unmark it and start again. Oh, scoundrel. You unmitigated failure. There's the billion bars. Pretty sure we don't even want those, but why not? Should we buy all the blocks? Sod it, we'll buy all the blocks. Do I want the glass? Can I do anything with raw glass? Or is it sand I need to make glass items? Or can I take raw green glass, use a magma glass forge thing, and then make spinning glass discs? Is that possible? What is that emote? A printer going through my head and turning into spaghetti. Or a printout rather, not a printer. Artifact hype indeed. I'm getting pretty excited about what that is, because there's a lot of ingredients going into that. I'm hoping it's not all spikes and hanging rings. I want some nice artwork, some pictures, if you will. Apparently, Drankara, the baby spike trap thing doesn't work anymore. So apparently it's way more lethal than it used to be, so you can't just train up your dwarves with those traps. I never got around to doing it while it was still a valid strategy. Actually, I was very lax. I'm very lax on all fronts of Dwarf Fortress. In fact, you catch me tonight even laxer than normal because I've had a drink, so I apologise if I'm slurring and pausing and suddenly staring off into space. My synapses are not firing on all cylinders. And even that metaphor's rubbish because, you know, there's no cylinders in my head. At least not like you'd find in an engine. Anyway, let's have a look down here. What's wrong with me? Raw glass is only for gem cutting practice. I know, Drankara, it's sad when an exploit dies, but, you know, sooner enough, more exploits will be found. Oh, by the way, Plutonium Jesus, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You've lost your mayorship to a vampire, but I reckon once we dunk him in the lava, you'll probably get back into power. But we'll see. It's up to the dwarves now. I can't really make them do anything like that. It does work, but you have to accept casualties. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll give that a go. Maybe we could do that with the dwarves. I know I promised to sacrifice them to the volcano god. Not the dwarves, the vampires. However, we could just sacrifice some of them to the volcano god and then construct a vampiric training room. I mean, that could be interesting. If we go for like a full-out training thing for the vampires. So, like a danger room, and a feeding room, and we can make bedrooms that the vampires can have access to by lever-controlled floodgates. And I know I've tried to do this before and it didn't work, but I feel like if I put enough planning into it, it might. You know, you can have someone you don't want, like a peasant, sleep in one of these little rooms, open up the gate, the vampire comes in, feeds, get back on training. It's an option. It's an option. The fangs act as syringes. Interesting. That would be... Is that how vampires like work in Dwarf Fortress, like canon? Do they suck in the blood through the teeth? That seems like a fairly cool vampire adaptation, doesn't it? Better than the old slurping sound. Meh. I'd love to be able to just go... Not that I'm a vampire, I hasten to add. I don't drink blood. Not on purpose. Where are we? I think it's good. I think the chat has been caught up with, relatively speaking. Let's get back into trading. We don't want raw green glass. We don't want sandy clay or silty clay or clay loam or fire clay. We've got plenty of that on the map. I'm going to buy all their ropes because I can. Let's buy the water skins as well. Just some amenities for people. Oh, hang on a minute. We have an earthenware ammon. Let's have a look at the earthenware ammon and see what it is. This is an earthenware ammon. The ammon is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of a ceramic bar. The musician strikes the bar. The instrument has a single low pitch. The instrument has a sweet timbre. So I think it goes... I don't know if the microphone's even catching the sound I'm making there. A very low. So it's huge. It's just a big ceramic bar. You hit it and a ceramic bar goes ting, ting, ting. But, I mean, it says it has a sweet low pitch. So it can't go ting, ting, ting. It's got to go tung, 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 tung. Something of that nature. What do we reckon? Do you reckon that's what the ammon sounds like? It sounds dwarfy as fuck. I have to say that. I was expecting a page of text talking about pipes and levers, which of course is very dwarfy. It's very mechanical. But I feel like a huge ceramic dung block is kind of very dwarfy on a primal level. You know, very trad dwarf, as they say. Have I heard of the new Twitch channel points thing? I feel like I've read something, but not. I've seen like a headline on Reddit with people talking about it, but I don't know what it is. Has they introduced some new mechanic or something? I don't know why the clay is expensive, Drankara. I mean, maybe it's rare at the moment, or they think I want it or something. I never put the orders for what I want in when the trade envoy comes. I just let it stand and pay what's what. That would be disrespecting the results of the last straw poll where we voted for sacrificing all vampires that currently inhabit the fort. That is true, Ostap, but that poll was taken prior to the arrival of the third vampire. So technically, the poll doesn't necessarily dictate his fate. Although, you know, maybe we could take another poll to decide whether to include him in the original sacrificial offering or to train him up as some kind of super soldier. But we'll see. We'll see. The time is not right to sacrifice them yet anyway, because we haven't built the required infrastructure. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, the earthenware ammon is very interesting. I'm going to buy it. I don't usually indulge in musical instruments. I'm more of a book lad. But we're going to pick this one up. They've got a maple eslil. What's an eslil when it's at home? This is a maple eslil. The body is made from maple. The strings are made from kenaf. The plectrum is made from crystal glass. On the item is an image of a human in albatross bone. The eslil is a large handheld cloth-stringed instrument with a wooden body. The instrument rests flat as the musician picks the 31 main strings with a glass plectrum. 14 other strings vibrate in sympathy and are rarely played themselves. 4 drone strings are occasionally plucked. Tuning is possible with adjustable bridges. The instrument has a 5-octave range, going from a very low to a high pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a choppy, steady, fragile timbre. Choppy, steady, fragile, and low on a plucked instrument. So, let's pause Swirler and just have a little think about how this instrument sounds. Choppy, steady, fragile, and low. Dunk, 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 dunk. That's your basic cloth-stringed instrument sound. Dunk, 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 dunk. And then, so how do you say fragile and choppy? Dun, 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 dun. Like a sort of slightly off-tuned upright bass. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, I'm not sure that's the most pleasant sound I've ever made in my life. It made my fillings vibrate. The middle register begins at a low pitch and has a reedy, flat timbre. Reedy and flat. So sort of dunk, 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 dunk. A bit lower than that. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that could be the sound of it. Hello, Buckshot Brigade. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Some babies were born so we can cancel Brexit. Seems legit. Oh, Druid's Mead. Careful there. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm streaming in 60 frames per second. It's a bit much for Dwarf Fortress. That's true. But at the moment, look at the top there. We're getting 100 frames a second on this static menu, so maybe 60 frames a second isn't enough. Maybe I should go for even more if I can. Anyway, where were we? Let's look at the next register. The high register begins at middle pitch and has a steady, sparse, harsh timbre. So it's kind of like a I was about to go into the music for Emmerdale. Well, okay, this is not my favourite instrument ever, but the eslil could be, a staple in a tavern outside. The top register begins at mid-high pitch and has a vibrating, brittle timbre. Vibrating. I can't get the vibration at that high pitch. Close enough. I think we've explored the sound of the eslil for long enough. I don't think I'll be buying one of those. It doesn't sound very dwarfy. A crystal glass la. La la la. La 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 la. This is a crystal glass la. The body is made from crystal glass. The strings are made from kenaf. The la is a large stationary cloth-stringed instrument with a glass body. The instrument rests flat as the musician plucks the 24 main strings. The 20 drone strings are occasionally plucked. The musician can alter the pitch of a string by stopping it against the body. Tuning is possible with adjustable bridges. The instrument has a 4.5 octave range, going from a very low to a high pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a graceful, rich timbre, so sort of a dong. No, it's too rough. Dong. Hang on, my nose is bunged up. Let's try again. Dong. 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 That's not as rich as I would like, but if I could do a rich voice, I'd be singing. Let's have a little look further down the list. The middle register begins at low pitch and has a full, smooth, evolving, strained timbre. Wow, full, smooth, evolving and strained. So, get a bit more nasality into it for the strained. I don't know if that's how it sounds, but we've got to get through these. The high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a light, fluid, fragile timbre. Mid-low pitch, light and fluid, fragile. I've got to get fluid. How do we get fluid in there? No, okay, gargling doesn't work. We'll skip that one. The top register begins at mid-high pitch and has a thin, strained, quavering timbre. I feel like that works. I feel like that's what the la sounds like. It's more dwarven than the ammon, but the eslil, but I still don't think we'll be buying it. Hello, what's going on? Where am I? Oh, there we are, arrow keys. A silver purog. A silver purog. Let's have a little look down at chat. Atomic destruction via drawbridge. That is always an option for destroying vampires. However, I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. We have a volcano. We have a god of volcanoes being worshipped in the fortress. I feel like there's synergy there that has to be explored. I mean, come on. When the volcano god calls, you throw people in, right? That's how it works. Welcome to the stream. Jeb is back. Thanks for joining us again. Hopefully your dwarf is still alive. Did we give you a dwarf last time? Well, next time we're in Therapist, we'll have a look. We still got to rename a dwarf after Johnny 5 after his unfortunate demise. And I think a few other people may have fallen to the vampires as well. So we'll have to check the list and see who's still alive. Excuse me. There's my argumentation. Oh man, don't ask me to argue any points. I'm useless at that kind of thing. Let's look at the silver purog. This is a silver purog. The purog is a mid-sized, handheld, cylindrical bore metal wind instrument. The musician blows across a hole in the side. The musician selects the pitch by stopping holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range, going from a mid-low to a very high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a dark timbre. It has 3 registers. The low register has a breezy, floating timbre. So low, breezy, floating, and dark. It's going to be it's a wind. You blow across the hole. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm doing flute fingers, just in case you're wondering, although they should really. No, I'm going to imagine this instrument goes like this. What am I doing? The middle register begins at a middle pitch and has a light, eerie, liquid timbre. Okay, middle pitch. The high register begins at high pitch and has a breathy, rich timbre. Okay, the Purog's interesting. Maybe we'll buy one. Yeah, let's go for it. We'll have a Purog and an Ammon. We've seen the Eslil already, so we don't need to learn about that. And then it's just toys, peahens, goats, boars, llamas, yak bulls, spelt beer, yes please, fisherberry wine, yes please. Just regular barrels? We don't need those, we can make barrels. Horses milk? We've got llamas, we can make as much llama cheese as we need. Again, the bizarrely extravagant bee venom barrel at what I would consider a very low price considering the amount of effort that must go into collecting large quantities of bee venom. We'll leave that again. I'm not going to be tempted this time to buy loads of barrels of venom. We don't need them. There's nothing we can do with them. Let's have some blackberry wine, some bilberry wine, cow's milk. No, we've got our own milk producers. Finger millet beer. What have we got here in terms of weapons? Iron picks, iron maces, bronze picks. We do need a mace, don't we? Maybe not. I won't buy one just yet. Two-handed sword, training spear, flail, training spear. We could just buy, seeing as we're putting a forge in, we could just buy everything they've got made of steel and melt it down and then start practicing with our steel supplies because we've got no way of building any on site. So we are just going to have to purchase whatever we get in. Hello, Caruso. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. You probably did come in at the perfect time. Did you come in just as we began the training or just as we decided that we were going to actually throw most of the vampires into the lava for sure and then hold yet another poll to decide the fate of the third? Who knows? I hear bee venom is good for arthritis. Interesting. Injected or drunk? Or massaged into the skin, maybe? I don't know. Buy everything made of any metal. I'm not sure I've got the money for that, have I? We could give it a go. Actually, if I could just tag all of his stuff and see how much it costs to buy. We'll do a sort to get all the metal stuff. Excuse me. Foxtail, millet flour, sure. Kenaf, millet, reed bag, tomatillo seeds, Raimi seeds, sandbags. Yes, please. I'll start buying sand now, I think. More sand, winter melon, pineapple seeds, hemp flour, mung beans, white millet, emerald dye. Let's buy some dye. We don't need it yet, but we can store it. White browed, sorry, I thought it said white browned. White browed gibbon leather bag. Nah. Red sand, black sand, quinoa flour, rice flour, black sand. Another cloth bin? Sure, why not? Let's buy one cloth bin per caravan. We can buy a leather bin as well. Not that we need it. We've been slaughtering animals left, right and centre. Cloth bin, leather bin, cloth bin, leather bin, blah, 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 blah. Come on. Do you really think we need that much cloth? Are they saying something about how snappily dressed our dwarves are, I wonder? Are they trying to suggest something? Silver and lead, not copper. But you reckon are you saying buy silver and lead, not copper? Or we got copper on here? Oh, you're talking about what's on the map, aren't you? You're talking about what's available. Enormous corkscrews have 150% melt value. Ooh, that's interesting. You do not have enough mugs, do I not? I've got an order in for making tons of mugs, but they don't seem to be getting made. Hemp bag. Yes, of course. It's 420 reasons to cure yourself. Reasons? Ways, not reasons. My God. I'm half cut myself, you know. Leather is so cheap. Well, that's true. I mean, all you've got to do is grow an animal and pull the insides out, and there you go, bang. Basically, you've got your leather. I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that. You do have to cover it in shit and dog brains, but it's all good. It's all good. It works out. Everyone can stew beef, but no one can pea soup. That's very true. That's true. And now I see the setup to that joke, but I still got it even though I only read the punchline. It's a good one. I quite like it. So kill the vampires through overfeeding or cause some kind of symbiotic relationship between the vampire and the victim where the former is constantly attached to the latter's neck. I mean, maybe you could, just have them like with as like a backpack full of babies and like a straw system that you just like stick it in and have a drink to replenish your health. Do vampires heal? They just heal fast, don't they? It's not that they heal by drinking. I feel like the vampire stuff in Dwarf Fortress is like basically they get better base stats. They don't need to eat or sleep. Or I don't think they need to breathe either, do they? They don't need to do a load of stuff, but I don't think feeding does anything other than stop them from being slowed down from not having fed. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Vizek. Welcome to the stream. Like one of those beer hats. I do remember long ago in a D&D session that I played in. I ran it. We had this book called the Book of Evil or something, the Book of Horrific Evil or whatever. It was like a book specifically for evil characters. And there was a piece of armour which basically said you could have slaves on a belt attached by chains. And when you got hit, the slaves would take the wounds instead. So you could sort of stack up a load of people on your chains on your belt. And they would absorb the damage that you took. And then we figured out that if you didn't want to take the hits to like dexterity from being chained to all these people, you could probably just do it with babies. And although they wouldn't have as many hit points, they were much easier to run around in. And if you did a sort of dervish spin kind of thing, you could have like a lot of screaming babies propelled out from your sides by centrifugal force, which I'm pretty sure would have a fairly impressive impact on the minds of any of your opponents. I mean, it's got to fuck with them a little bit, right? I think. In adventure mode, you'll die if you don't drink blood. Oh, okay. Vampire stats are boosted, but they can never gain from training. Oh. Is that weapon skills or stats? Can they get weapon skills up? Because that might be a downside to trying to get them into the Book of Vile Darkness. Yes, Fuzzatron. The Book of Vile Darkness. We did also have the Book of Exalted Deeds, which I must admit I referenced quite a lot for counters to the nonsense that we were doing. We had a game going that was quintessentially murder hobo madness, and it was fun, but it wasn't sustainable. It wasn't a long-term thing, and it was very, very silly as well. But we enjoyed it. Centripetal force, thanks Big Bang Theory, Bazinga. That was on Drankara's suggestion of increasing the dwarf blood production speed. Oh, right, so you could hack the dwarves and get them to make more blood, maybe? That's an interesting idea. Anyway, let's get back into this trade, because I've been distracted by chat for too long. Let's ignore all this blue shark leather, scepters. We could get arrows and bolts, but I reckon we can make those ourselves. Don't want earrings, bracelets, cut gems. Iron anvils are good, we'll buy those. Can knock them down. And there's the food, prepared anaconda long, crocodile brains, coelacanth, kidney, tuna tripe. The lining of a tuna fish's stomach. Lovely. Albatross tripe, sweetbreads of some kind. Milkfish sweetbreads. That sounds quite tasty. Honey badger tripe, chimpanzee sweetbreads, prepared tick brain, prepared mandrill heart. Prickleberries, they sound very innocuous. We'll buy those. Just seasoning for your pickled mandrake testicles. Pickled mandrake? Mandrill? Silly me. Mandrakes don't have testicles. They're plants, unless they're those wizards off of the Defenders of the Earth, in which case then they do probably have testicles. But it was never brought up in the canon because it was a kids' show. Did I just buy a load of yarn and thread? I did, didn't I? That's okay, we can do with that. Let's not buy our trousers, though. We don't need Raimi trousers. A spotted wobbegong leather backpack. A spotted wobbegong is a type of fish. I know this because my daughter has a storybook with lots of animals with weird names, like blue-footed booby. And we laugh very often at the, what's his name? The wobbegong, the spotted wobbegong. Or wobbegong, I'm not sure. I think it's a wobbegong. A kakapo leather quiver. A leather quiver, of course, referring to a little tube to put arrows in, not something that happens when you walk into a BDSM club. An enormous iron corkscrew. I was told that they're worth 150 of what they are. So, oh my goodness, over £1,000 in cost. We'll come back and do the metals. We'll come back and do those. Let's buy the cheese, even though we can make our own. And a few splints, just because I overshot a bit. And we've got some books. This is interesting. Let's have a look here. A Course on the Author, worth 220. This is a short fin mako shark parchment scroll. The rollers are made from olivine. Written on the item is an essay entitled A Course on the Author, authored by Locum Saccurious. It concerns the authoring of Grasp. It foretells the end of the dwarf Locum's... Okay, Grasp, It foretells in the end, by the dwarf Locum Saccurious, in Bucklefruit, in the late autumn of 897. Oh, I mean, there's some ripe ground there. Bucklefruit, Saccurious. I mean, there's so many opportunities there for little innuendos and smutty things. Because Bucklefruit sounds like a nickname for testicles. Like, you undo your buckle and reveal the bucklefruit. In the late autumn of 897. The writing is a bit stiff, and it has a touch of melancholy. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Well, you know what? We're buying it anyway. Let's just get it for our new library that I haven't built yet. We've got a silver wheelbarrow for 1,000 trade credits, which seems a bit much. Treatise on the State. Here we go. This is a well-crafted blue peafowl's parchment scroll. The rollers are made from diorite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Treatise on the State, authored by Fit2 Flightbeak. It concerns government, its forms and recommendations. The writing is very rigid, yet it shows a hint of tenderness. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Why not? Let's have a treatise on the state, and then we'll look at this native aluminium-bound codex. This is a well-crafted native aluminium-bound codex. The written portion consists of a one-page guide entitled Question the Hamlet, authored by Nashra Glowingbald. It concerns the hamlet Bucklefruit. The writing is completely serious. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Don't really want it, but we're buying it. A marcasite-bound codex. Interesting. This is a well-crafted marcasite-bound codex. This object is adorned with hanging rings of well-crafted green zircon. The written portion consists of a one-page essay entitled The Wayward Coven in Practice, authored by Eden Limdies. It concerns the acceptance of the dwarf Edom Limdies as a member of the Wayward Coven in 830. The writing is quite cruel, and it meanders somewhat. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Oh, okay. Cruel and talk of witches by the sound of it. Let's buy it. We'll put it in the forbidden books section, along with all the works of... what's his name? Al-Hazred. Goose parchment sheet, octopus parchment. Very fancy, although not nearly as expensive as wolf parchment. Although I suppose, I mean, maybe it's difficult to turn into parchment, but it's harder to get wolf skin than octopus skin. Or at least once you've caught them, it's harder to get the skin off a wolf than an octopus, I would guess. I mean, first you've got to kill it. So let's look at the metals, shall we? I'm going to search for all the steel. S-T-E-E-L. Ah, boo. No actual steel, just a steelhead trout. Let's look at the iron. How much iron have we got? Iron pick, iron mace, iron pike, iron longsword, blah, 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 blah. Large iron helm. We've already bought the iron anvil. Iron chain leggings, chain, blah, blah, blah. Let's buy it all. Let's not buy the Zov drum. I feel like there's not going to be enough metal in a drum. Cap, helm, buckler, pike, longsword, pike, pick. And do I want this cap as well? Why not? And these iron bolts? Sure, we can melt them down. Good. So, let's clear the search to trade. How much are we looking for now? Whew, 20 grand. Okay. Well, we could just sell this one bin of spiked wooden balls, right? I don't think there's anything in there but spiked wooden balls. And that will easily cover the value. We just need to maybe get a little bit... Oh, look, we've got a value one that's much closer to the value. Oh, but it's got crossbows and maces in it. Sod it. Let's just go up here. Fuck. Piss off, malware bites. What are you talking about? Apparently, Malwarebytes wants me to recommend it to a friend. But, you know, do I know that much about that kind of thing? I don't think so. Here we go. This is enough. They're making £5 profit, nearly. Let's see if they're up for it. Is it T for trade? It is. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? I am. Stalcon seems pleased with the trading. Well, I'm glad. Let's get rid of him. Let's let our broker go free, and let's move our goods from the depot, from the depot. There we go. Lovely. I'll have a quick check up on chat. A course on the author sounds like a cannibal's guide. It does. It has a certain Hannibal Lecter-esque sound. Fuzzatron said something about training to Superdorf strength and then becoming a monster, which has tempted me to scroll up. Let's go on what's here. Lycans, Vamps, and Necros all receive various awesome bonuses to their stats, but then they are locked. You can still gain skills, but training to Superdorf strength and becoming a monster is not possible. Okay, I'm adding that. Is not impossible myself. I don't know if that was actually the implication. Yeah, well, to be honest, it was more when it wasn't when I'm talking about the pen and paper game where you could chain the slaves to you to take the hits. It wasn't ever explicitly stated in the book that you would get a less of a dex penalty from being chained to babies rather than adult slaves. But that was the ruling I made as the here we go as the DM. So it worked out all right in the end. Everyone was happy. Just a network error. Now looking for elf discriminating literature to purchase. Of course, we'll get loads of that. Mostly just missed the wonderful wobbling sounds of scoundrel imitating instruments. Yeah, no, I was looking at the instruments the humans brought. There were some interesting ones. Some very whoa and kind of stuff. It's good. Let's put Simon Swirler back on, because I silenced him for the musical instruments. Oh, and it's my favourite one too. Let's get back to the beginning. There we go. Goody gumdrops. Let's have a little look here. Bemble Dornish Dwarven Child has created Otilades, a turkey bone leggings. He offers it to Cryptbeards. Interesting. Let's take a look at these turkey bone leggings. Maybe we'll have a little look through here. Let's have a look at the legendary items that are in the fortress. This was brought by someone who came to fight monsters, along with Tanhart, the Steel Warhammer. We'll ignore that. Our first item was the lovely pregnancy created by Claycree, a granite coffin. The name is basically the best part about it. The rest of it is fairly standard granite stuff, but Claycree does have a tomb with it ready for him when he dies, so he gets to recline in great splendour, unless he gets vaporised in magma, in which case, bollocks. We've also got the Butcher of Beaches, a porcupine bone left gauntlet. Not that exciting, just a single gauntlet. Who needs that? Really? Have we got a Michael Jackson dwarf? I don't know. We'll find out. We've got Wilt Crevice, a yakbone figurine of Lafo mint wafers, an item that caused some controversy when it was created, leading to the guy being put on trial for elven behaviour. But luckily he was saved. Chat decided to let him live, and he was allowed to continue with his life, although there were vociferous arguments being made for his execution. We have the Parity of Breath, a birchen ring, very boring, very dull. And now let's take a look at Otilades, Jade authored, a turkey bone leggings, worth 69 grand. It's actually pretty valuable. This is a turkey bone leggings. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with oval granite cabochons and cushioned diorite cabochons, studded with fine pewter and encircled with bands of point-cut goshenites. This object is adorned with hanging rings of green zircon and menaces with spikes of billium. On the item is an image of phonio plants in turkey bone. On the item is an image of rectangular cabochons in tin. It's got a bit of variety in there, but I don't feel like it's got much... It's not got much on it. Although, having said that, it is legendary armor, isn't it? That counts as legendary armor, which can't be destroyed. I think legendary armor is very powerful. Or am I crazy? More like a kangaroo court. Claycree, it was a full-on plebiscite. I can't be held accountable for the outcome of democratic polls. God damn it! I wish no, I don't want to be held accountable. I definitely don't want to be held accountable for that kind of thing. That sounds horrible. It made by what I don't get is it's made of turkey bone. You got to use a lot of turkey bones to make sturdy armor, right? Can we look at the stats? I don't know how you look at the stats of armor. Is that even possible? Is that even a doable thing? Oh, I've got something. I had that written in the chat. I just decided to discharge it there. Anyway, it's an interesting item. Not the greatest item ever made, but it has some value, and we will reward the child for it somehow. I will reward him by ignoring him. That's the best bet. Looks like we've put in most of the floor we need. Let's build another segment of floor just here. There we go. We'll make that out of granite blocks. And then once that's built, we can put in our workshop. We do need that wall being built up. And also, we need doors put on as well, because it's not going to be much use if it's just the... Oh, actually, no, we could just dig through to the... I'm pointing with my finger, you can't see. We can dig through to the thing here, couldn't we? Just get inside and then wall it up and put a tower on it. We'll see how it pans out. Back one, it showed some stats where you got the value from. Oh, okay. Armor properties. Thickness 15, coverage 100%, fit for a dwarf, temperature 8 degrees, colour white, material name bone, material properties, solid density 500 kilograms per meter cubed. Well, I mean, I don't know what that actually means. Is that good? Thickness 15. Is it like layered mats of turkey bones? Like, because I don't see how you can really make... Or maybe they just look like turkey bone. It's mostly made of metal. And then the turkey bones are more of a motif. More of a shape. I don't know. I don't really understand how dwarves think or make stuff. Looks like it's got the end of the playlist. Let's fix that. There we go. Good old swirler. It covers all the legs. Compare the thickness to cloth. Do I have any cloth leggings? Z. Stock. That's stone, idiot. Stocks. Leggings. Let's search. Leggings. Copper chain leggings. So look at the thickness for them. So if I click enter, or can I view them at all? Uh-oh. How do I view them from here? Is it possible? No, you do not. Your dwarves are all nudists, hence the babies. Oh my god, not from that screen, says Ocelot. Okay. We'll find them later on. We'll figure it out. Let's get these floors built in and this workshop. Build, workshop, magma forge. Bang. In it goes. We'll use one of the steel anvils. Do I need to use a steel anvil? Screw it. I will use a steel anvil. And we'll build it out of... Gabbro? I think we'll put it out Gabbro. Why not? There we go. And that should get built pretty quickly. And we will be able to get the dwarves making stuff. I do need to sort out stockpiles, don't I? I've just realised that we've got a lot of stuff sitting in that trade depot that's just going to get left there. So, probably time to dig out a supply floor. Where to do that? Maybe this floor above the sleeping quarters? Let's see what we get when we dig it out. Let's see what we get. I'm going to build a little corridor down here, and then off of this end piece I'm going to dig a fairly enormous room like that. That can have some stockpiles in it, and we'll do another one on the other side. Make it look kind of like a pair of fortress kidneys. That'll be nice, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, another Ocelot emote and gift. Thank you very much, Ocelot. You're going crazy. Let me click the little thank button. There we go. And send thanks. There you go. It's a haha think emote. Very nice. Very nice indeed. With a little, what's that hat called? Got one of those. Is it? It's not. No, it's not a dashiki. That's a sort of gown thing, isn't it? Let's go over there. There we go. Let's get that dug out. And we'll put loads of stockpiles in there. Are babies in the game not newly born dwarves, just individuals who choose not to wear clothes? No, they are newly born babies. They are little sweet, vulnerable babbies. Can you atom smash an artifact, Scootzor? I think you can, yeah. I think that's a risk. I think that's a risk. Oh, Clay Cree said there's a reminder to remake Johnny 5. We'll call him Johnny 6, and if he likes that, when he leaves a message on the YouTube video, we'll keep it. But otherwise, I may have to switch him back to Johnny 5. You never know. You never know. Doing the old Oprah. Have you left keys underneath everybody's chairs? That would be a major logistical operation on Twitch. You wouldn't be able to do that. It would be too awkward. I've left keys to new cars under all your chairs, and I've had to do a lot of fucking around to get it to happen, so I hope you're watching. Excuse me. Burping away like a crazy man. Right, have they built that workshop yet? They have not. They also haven't put the piece of floor in. Oh. They have. Maybe I'm wrong. We must have a metalsmith in the fortress. I'm sure there's one knocking around. Ah, man, I'm sure it'll be alright. It's going to take him a while to dig these out. I'm not seeing a whole heap of stone coming out of that either. I thought they would be being fairly high-level miners at this point, be producing stone for almost every block they cut, but apparently not. Apparently not. Ooh, got rockets there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! I presume that's what it's meant to be. If I were a billionaire, I probably would be able to do that. Well, I mean, if you're a billionaire, I think there are probably more productive ways to spend those billions. Not that I'm going to complain if you put sub under everybody's chair. I don't know how you do that, but I would be on board with that. But I would feel like I'd want to encourage you to consider other options as well. I mean, if you've got billions, why not enter the billionaire space race? Or feed lots of orphans? That would be quite nice. Or, you know, buy some shoes for those kids in who live on dumps and have to strip wires to get money. Like, they have to buy copper and burn the insulation off, and who have, like, basically feet filled with hypodermic needles from the rubbish we send over there. I mean, you could buy them shoes, and that would be, like, ultimately cynical move. Because, like, you've got the billions, you could just basically say, you don't have to live on the dump anymore. But no, you go, here, have a pair of shoes. No, maybe that's not a good way to spend billions. I don't know. Do you think people check under their chairs every time they go to watch Oprah? I know I would. I mean, it's not really my scene. I don't think I'd ever find myself in the audience for Oprah. I've never actually watched the TV programme beyond clips. Like, I mean, I don't know much about it beyond they have a book club. They do a lot of weight-related stuff, and she once gave away cars to everybody. They weren't even cars, were they? Like massive, like 4x4 things. Although maybe I'm misremembering that. Who knows? Oh, I wouldn't mind a turkey sub right now. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Let's let them... Oh, I did have them unpaused. I thought it was paused. But no, they're just going very slowly. Collecting a lot of gemstones, though. That's nice. That's very nice. Oh, they've built the workshop. In that case, let's get some more floor in. Build... Actually, I might put another one down in the bottom right-hand corner. Or actually, maybe right near here. In fact, I think I will put it right near here. Let's build some more floor. There we go. And we'll leave this square here uncovered, but get the rest done. There we go. That can go in there. We get our granite blocks. Another floor, please. Build along there. Yep, granite blocks. Can't put one on there yet because it's got no contact with the side. But we can put a floor in here. Bingo. Granite blocks. Lovely. And in that case, let's also start building the central platform I intended to build. So build floor. That's a cabinet. Capital C, F for floor. There we go. So I basically want to put a cross across the middle. That's nice. That's good. Floor. There we go. Granite blocks. Floor again. That's a wall. Floor. Oh, look at that. It's not perfect. Shit. Well, if I build a 3 wide, then there we go. That'll work. Granite blocks. F. There we go. More granite blocks. I suppose I could do it 3 wide on both. Don't know though. I feel I like the thin. I was hoping for thin stripes. Hang on, if I've made it 3 wide and it's symmetrical, why wouldn't it be symmetrical if it was 1 wide? Whoa, 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 whoa. Something's weird here. Let's just try this. I love this song. Yeah, that is even. We need to put that back in there. There we go. Okay, that's good. And then we put the statue in the middle. And we also need to build a granite wall around the thing, don't we? Build, capital C, wall. Now we want walls. There we go. Pop that there. Make it out of granite blocks. If we've got enough left over. We may not have any left over. Oh no, we've got 39. That should be enough. All good. Okay, it looks like this has been suspended over here. It has been. Let's unsuspend it. Let it get built. And see the horde of dwarves flying out with their blocks in hand. Okay, that wall's not actually doing anything there because it's essentially just connecting up to there. Oh, hello? Question mark? Someone has grown to become a dwarven child and some migrants have arrived. Shit, we need more bedrooms and we need them stat. And we definitely haven't got enough beds, let alone bedrooms. Oh no, we must have enough beds because I made more than the population cap of the fortress to account for people arriving. We just don't have rooms to put the beds in. We'll let the migrants arrive and then we'll check them in therapist. Just going to do a quick survey of my... Yeah, that's not doing well, is it? We've got 50 rock doors. I should probably add lots more bedrooms to this area, shouldn't I? Okay. Okay. We'll wait for them to dig up that room above, and then we'll do it. It's 1 wider than it is tall. Even worse than before. Those guys going to the brook are drinking water. Okay, so we need more booze. Have I got ordering for making booze? No. Brew. No. B-R-E-W. Brew drink from plant, perpetual order, and we'll also brew drink from fruit as well. I haven't actually set up any fruit collection zones, but we can. We did say keep the trees that have fruit on them, so maybe there are some knocking around. It must be. What's this one here? This is a apple tree. That's an apple tree as well. That's a walnut tree. So if we put collection zones around each of the little trees, we should be able to find out what's what. Should be alright. Should be fine. The trapdoors are a thing in this. I can't remember. They are trapdoors. I haven't actually figured out the mechanism for sacrificing the vampires yet, but part of me thinks like some kind of retracting drawbridge. Hang on a minute. Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Sorry, let's use a mouse. Actual cursor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're shorter than they are tall, but they are regular at least. They are regular. It's not too bad. I mean, I could just take the floor out a bit more around them, but I don't mind this. It doesn't have to be perfect square. It's actually got a fairly nice look to it, hasn't it? I like it. I like it. Disappearing bridges would probably be the easiest way. Bridge with pressure plates, or just a retractable bridge with a lever. Pressure plates might be a bit difficult because I feel like it's going to get set off before we want it being set off, and we'll end up with like a disappointing splash essentially. And we could make each of these little rooms have the retractable bridges on the sides. Each of these little squares, or rectangles rather. And then make each vampire stand on a separate one. We could wait for our 4th vampire. We could keep them over the magma as sort of sacrifices in waiting. And then when we have all 4 full, we'll just pull the lever and they'll all get plopped in. Be nice. I like the idea. Let's put some more floor in. B, C, F. And we'll fill in this little bit at the top here. Granite blocks. And we'll also build another floor and fill it in like... Oh, no, I wasn't going to do that, was I? I was going to do that. And then I was going to put another workshop in for making stuff. We need a smeltery, don't we? Shit. Oh, I can build that there, though, can't I? Right next to it. Workshop magma smeltery? Is that in here? No, it's on this one, isn't it? Oh, it's in forges, isn't it? It's is it G? No, that's bridges. Furnaces, E. There we go. And now we can look at what a magma smelter needs. Oh, only the top square. Arse candles. I fucked it up. Although, having said that, I haven't, because I can just click here and say X. Remove that. There we go. Now we can just plop one there, and everything will be fine. Absolutely fine. We are going to have to deconstruct some floor to build the glass one and all that kind of gubbins, but we'll be alright. Build capital C wall, and let's extend the wall over here out a bit. Again, I must note that we haven't actually sealed things off. They can just walk up the hill and get into this area, so it's not ideal. But we'll get there. We will seal it off eventually. And make it indoors. And put some nice floors in as well. Won't that be lovely? All over this grass. Ugh, grass. Boo. Boo. Right, F. Put some more floor in. Or at least I would. There we go. Pop that there. Granite blocks. Oh, we need 40 more. Okay, let's do it with raw granite. I'm sure we've got plenty of that. Where is it? Granite? Granite? Oh, there it is, granite. Excuse me and my windy pops. How rude of me. How desperately unpleasant. It's true, Claycree is a bit cruel, but, you know, you can't win all the time, vampires. They can't win all the time. Right, let's build that workshop. Was it E? It was E. Magma smelter. That can go right there. And then we don't actually have room for the other one to be built in there, but that's fine. Gabbro. We'll just fill it in. Build, no, not build, capital C, F. Pop a single square there. Excellent. And we'll use granite. Lovely. Should get built relatively quickly. Oh, they're getting rained on. This could start a depression spiral, unfortunately. Oh well, never mind. Not much we can do about that. Might make sense to dig this little bit out here. We just dig there. What? Oh, tits. There we go, that's more like it. There we go, dig that out. And then we can put walls in. Although I'd rather they finished all the rooms that I was asking them to dig out. Oh, look, we've nearly got a whole stock room. That'll be nice. I'm going to make a metal bars stockpile in here. So P, B, bars and blocks. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to do a metal bar and a stone block stockpile next to each other. So this stockpile here, going like that, is going to be for metal bars. this one is going to be for stone blocks. Like that. There we go. So change settings. Go to bars and blocks. Say metals. Yes, that's fine. And then forbid, 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 forbid. Oh, do I want metal blocks in there? Sure. Let's put metal blocks in. P for permit. There we go. That's good. And then in this one, we're going to put stone blocks. And not metal. So forbid. Bars are the material. Forbid. Blocks, stone and clay. You can stay. You're forbidden. And you're also forbidden. Or are they? Yes, they are. Good. Okay, hopefully we'll see some of that get stocked up pretty quickly. What other materials do we need to get out of other stockpiles, or at least into stockpiles? Hard to say. Hello, Beardstar. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. It goes quite well. Doesn't go too bad. And hello, Rushok. Welcome back as well. Thanks for joining us. It has been a little while, but not long. Well, I would say not long enough. That's very rude. But, you know, it's not too long. It's fine. You're back. That's the main thing, isn't it? Everybody's back and having a wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's usually too many animals or crafts, so I start eating animals to get back for FPS and Smash stuff. We do need some... oh, B for box select building, you're right. We do need to get some mugs made, though, I think. Did I actually get any of those made? I'll put in a new order for them. Rock mugs, please. Give me 100 of the bastards. We're going to probably use them. The dining hall is probably woefully inadequate now. Let's... Oh, we've got to smelt everything, haven't we? It's not even been built yet, it's fine. What can we build at the Magma Forge just to train our boys up? You know what? Let's go into Dwarf Therapist and have a little peek. Why has that been suspended? It hasn't been suspended. Oh, they're suspending floor over here. Okay, we'll let them build and we'll figure it out in a minute. Let's pause the game and head over to Dwarf Therapist. If anyone's... Make the mugs of lead. Oh, if we've got lead, maybe we should. That's not a bad idea, even though it sounds ludicrous. I'm thinking go to Dwarf Therapist. So everybody who's in a dark room, brace your eyes. We're about to go to a very white screen. You may well be blinded. So just get ready. Just get ready. Here it comes. There we are, Dwarf Therapist. So, what's going on in here with our new group? We've already got them sorted by migration wave, so we'll refresh. We've gone from 94 adults to 102, which is a jump of 13, apparently. I'm not seeing any exciting skills in their group. Very boring. Not seeing any curses, so that's good, I suppose. How about their military skills? Anyone good? We've got 4 kills among them. This one's killed 2 wild boars, and this one has killed Moral Tool Whipped the Dwarf. So he's actually killed a named dwarf, so special boy. Very good. Well, or bad, depending on what happened. I'm not entirely sure what he's all about. But hey, fingers crossed he'll be useful in our military or something. He is currently missing ammunition, but that's fine. It's probably time to take a look at the dwarves and get some decisions made about who's going to be training up to do what, because frankly I haven't got anybody in my magma forges yet, and so we're going to need to pick somebody to train up, and I think we've got at least one person who's half decent. Have I just turned my headphones inside out? I have. That's why they weren't going back in my ears. Okay, so let's sort by first of all furnace operating. Got any good furnace operators? No, that doesn't matter. We can train someone up relatively easily. Let's find professions. We've got to have peasants, right? We've got to have some peasants by now. What's this? Jeweler, ranger. 3 peasants. Rando 303, Tosid, and Meng. Well, Rando wants to be a miner always, so let's give him the mining skill before we forget. And then we'll look at Meng here. What's he currently doing? Constructing a building, and Tosid is drinking. So Tosid, you are now going to be our furnace operator. Hooray! So we have a furnace operator. That's good. Let's commit the changes and see what we've got next. How about weaponsmiths? Have we got a good weaponsmith? Boy, howdy. Druid's Mead is level 15 as a weaponsmith. So I feel like we want to disable all the other people who are weaponsmithing. Although maybe we want a trainee. Maybe we should keep a trainee. Nah, we're alright. Let's just have the weaponsmith in there. And I'm going to check the metal bar stocks quickly, because I want to know what we can set him making. Or maybe we could get him... Ocelot, you wild man. Thank you very much. You crazy cat. 8 subs! My goodness, don't go too mad. Calm, cool, keep cool. Keep cool. 8 subs is a lot. I appreciate it, but don't go wild. Don't go mad. You'll be regretful in the morning if you've had too much to drink and you go, oh, fuck. I turned all my money into emotes. Excuse me. I didn't make Johnny 5 the second. You're right. Let's do that. Let's sort by, before we forget, has nickname. And see how many we've got left. We've got 23 nicknamed dwarves. Ayland, Buckshot Brigade, Butternut Squash, Druids Mead, Elate, Exonerated, who's not actually named after anybody. He's the guy who we put on trial. Fuzzy Logic, Guy Incognito, Shock Treatment, Cupo, Claycree, Caruso, Macho, NATO, Chrisjum, Alchemedes, Panzerbeard, Perilous, Plutonium Jesus, Rando 303, Red Reno, Schmelliork, who's going to go in the lava, Tidy, Vamp, who's not actually named after anybody, and then we have 105 dwarves with no nicknames. So I shall pick one for Johnny 5 at random. Oh, Johnny 5, this one. Rimtar, the soap maker. Oh, Johnny 5. Set nickname Jonny 5II. There we go, Johnny 5 2. Commit. Although we should have called him Johnny 6, shouldn't we? Damn it. Where's Johnny 5 gone? There we go. Set nickname Johnny 6. Brilliant. Hopefully he will enjoy the input that this video gives him. Right, where were we? We were looking for people to go into things, weren't we? Beer to sub ratio. Oh, don't let that get too far out of whack. That would be crazy. Does anyone else want a dwarf? Does anybody not have a dwarf named after them, by the way? Who does want one? I don't think you've got one, Drankara, Scootsaw, Beardster. There's quite a few of you out there. If you want one, now's the time to ask, seeing as we're in this screen. Let's check out who we've got for armour smithing. Is anybody a good armour smith? No, we've got one person who does it, but I feel like we'll leave Perilous doing that, unless they're in the military. Beardster would take one. Okay, fair enough. I mean, do you have a preference? If anyone wants one and you have a preference, let me know. If you've got no preference, just say yeah. I'll give Beardster a chance to respond there. So I'm just trying to close malware bytes down in the background. Go away. I'm not interested. There we go. So we haven't got an armour smith to speak of. Don't really have a blacksmith to speak of or a metal crafter to speak of. In fact, they're all the same person there. No preference. Okay, let's close the nicknamies down. Turn away for a second and do a quick random shuffle. Brrr, click. Reg Elkadil, the paper maker. Okay, Reg Elkadil no longer. You are now Beardster. I don't know if you're in there, Jeb. We'll have a quick look. Beardster. There we go. Have I spelt that right? No, I've put Beatster, which is not a word. Let's commit so they're up the top. And then I can find them again. There we go. Beatster. Beardster. Beardster. There we go. That makes much more sense. Jeb wants one. Let's have a little look. I may have I put you in here? No, we've got Shock Treatment and Johnny 5. So let's close the nicknames down and we shall find a dwarf for young Jeb. Boo, here we go. Sibrek the farmer is now. Jeb is back. Or is it just Jeb? I think it was just Jeb, wasn't it? Or let's put Jeb is back for now. And if you just want Jeb, you can have that. Commit. There we go. Are you in there, Claycree? I don't know if you are. Surely you must be. Yeah, you are, yeah. Of course you are. You're a level 20 miner, for goodness sake. Okay, so that's... Oh, wait, no, hang on a minute. Sort by nothing. Now we can actually look at the correct stats, rather than just me going, oh no, there's no armourers, there's no blacksmiths. Yeah, look, there's more people with these skills. We do have an armourer with level 2 armouring. We'll turn the rest off. What about blacksmithing? We've got a level 1 blacksmith and a level 2 metal crafter called Nish. Well, there we go. I'm going to take off all of these people's hauling skills, because frankly, I want them to just focus on what they do best. Definitely the weaponsmith as well. Look at that. 15. we're going to have some lovely weapons coming out of this fortress. There's our blacksmith, I think. No, metal crafter, whatever. There we go. Can we? There we go. Good. There's our blacksmith just above. Don't know where the armourer's gone. Let's sort that again. There's the armourer at the top there. Turn all those hauling off. Commit. Don't want to accidentally lose those. And then we should have a blacksmith with their skills disabled. Yep. Metalcrafter, blacksmith, armourer, furnace operator. They haven't even got any levels in the skill yet, but oh well. Up it goes. I should probably check to see they haven't got other skills like fishing that will distract them. You're not making any more lye. That's fine. You haven't got any other skills in there. You haven't. What about our glorious weaponsmith? No other skills activated. That's good. That's right. But you're not a miner with an O, Claycree. You're a miner with an E, so it's fine. It's fine. I imagine like he's like one of those lads from the Chernobyl series who goes and digs underneath to install the coolant thing. Oh, Slot, you got all your passwords back. Very good, very good. I mean, I'm applauding like it wasn't just luck. Or was it not just luck? Did you do it through skill? Did you manually disencrypt your encoded keys or something? I mean, that sounds a bit difficult. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people moan about two-factor authentication, but to be honest, it can save your skin a bit. What the fuck is this? What is my stream showing? Cowboys versus Bears pre-game game? The fuck? Thursday night football? Please no? What on earth is that all about? Madness. Sorry, I just realised my phone was watching Twitch. On its own as well, without bidding. Okay, so we've got our weaponsmiths, armoursmiths, all our metal boys are well equipped. So now, let's check everything else out. Our miners, we've got 3. We've got Rando, Claycree and Tidy. They have no other skills enabled apart from architecture, which is kind of moot. And we'll also take off Rando's hauling skills because, frankly, we've got enough plebs out there now just to lift stuff up and move it around for us. We don't need all of our specialists carrying shit. Let's have a look at our carpenter. Have they had their skills properly acquainted? Properly singled out? They've got a little bit of architecture, but that's fine. We'll leave that in there. That doesn't take too much time out of their day. And also, if we build a new, for some reason, carpenter's workshop, it'll mean they'll just get down there and build it themselves. Possibly. Probably not, but possibly. So, carpentry. Do we have a bower? Don't have a workshop for him if we do. We don't really need a specialist woodcutter and a woodcrafter. 4. Level 16. Shit. It's a shame woodcrafts are so crap. Maybe we could just make some woodcrafts though, just for the sake of it. I mean, seeing as we've got somebody with that level of skill, it seems a bit weird to waste it, right? Doesn't sound very dwarven to like waste skills. Then again, maybe they're in the military. Ah shit, where have they gone? There they are. You in the military? You a fighty dwarf? Doesn't look like it. They've got 0 discipline. Sounds like me, to be honest. It just happens. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was the subs. Maybe they shifted the karmic balance, as they say in chat there, and everything just came back into alignment in the universe. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So where were we? Masonry. Let's have a look at our mason. Yeah, well, our mason can definitely have his hauling things disabled. He's level 17 now. It seems mad to have him picking shit up and carrying it around, other than stuff he's using immediately in his jobs, and I think he can do that anyway. We've also got another level 5 mason, but he's already had all his other jobs disabled, so that's great. What's next? Stone detailing. We've got a few guys who are level 2. Unfortunately, one of them is one of the vampires, so meh. I am going to start disabling their skills and we'll get some practice detailing going on. We'll get some smoothing happening. Obviously, we can't smooth the main entry hall, but, you know, we'll find something to smooth. Find some stone to smooth. Then we've got stone crafting. Look at this. We've got 2 people very good at stone crafting and a third, apparently, just an enthusiastic amateur. Sorry, sir. You're staying as a nobody here. Let's undo that stone crafting thing. I think we might need more crafts dwarf workshops just to accommodate the different types of crafts dwarfs we have. Then again, pumping out too many crafts can cause frame issues. But then again, we can sell them all. Animal care, I don't really care. Animal training, also don't really care. Hunting, meh. Trapping, meh. Sounds elf, and all this stuff sounds a bit elvy to me. Small animal dissection, no. And gelding, although we do have a few Fortress viewers who do like to be experienced gelders, but we haven't had that call in yet for this one, so we'll see how it pans out. World War I medic, that keeps getting recommended, but I still haven't picked it up yet. I know it's there, just waiting for me to get involved, but just never have. We've got surgeons, suturers, and wound dressers, but no diagnosers. Should I make someone else a diagnoser? Let's have a look on roles and see who would be good for a diagnoser. Presuming it's the chief medical dwarf role, right? Nobody's particularly good. They're all around the midway mark. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the labours. We'll come back to... We haven't got a hospital yet, so we'll come back to that. We've got a lot of good farmers. That's good. We'll keep those guys. One of them's also a woodcutter. Interesting. Do we need... How many woodcutters have we got? Only 2. We can live with that. That's fine. Do we need all these farmers, I wonder? Because we really don't have that much farm space. We'll let them stay as farmers for now, but we won't disable their hauling either. We'll let them carry on with that. How about soaping? We have a soaper, Johnny 6. We have all the infrastructure as well, but I haven't yet got around to making any. It's a bit early. No hospital yet, so... Vampire could be a good diagnoser, says Claycree. Well, you know, when the vote comes round, we'll see if we want to keep the 3rd vampire, but there are 2 already with their heads on the chopping block, figuratively speaking. Technically, their heads are sort of dangling over the magma, but we'll get there. We'll get there to the actual execution eventually. Sorry if you can hear scratching. I've got an itchy leg. Oh, it feels so good to scratch, though. Jeez, it feels good. Oh, I better stop, otherwise I'm going to rip my leg to shreds. Let's look at wood burning. Oh, we already are. Plenty of wood burners. Don't really need it other than ash, but we'll leave it on. Potash making, nobody. Lye making, we've got somebody who can do it, but they've had it disabled because they're going to be a furnace operator. Millers, well, we don't have anything to mill at the moment. And pressing, I think likewise, don't really have anything to press. Also, I don't really understand how the whole milling and pressing thing works yet. We'll get there. Plant gatherers, we've got some good plant gatherers. We've got some plant processors. There we have. Oh yeah, we've got good plant processors as well. Brewers. Everyone's an amateur. I think this guy's a noble of some kind. He can stop brewing. There he is. Cupo wanted to be a brewer / cook, so we'll leave that on. In fact, let's disable Cupo's other hauling jobs. Which one is Cupo's? The one just before the child. This one. Oh. There we go. That's Cupo. You're going to be our official cook. Excuse me. Well, one of our cooks. These 2 aren't going to be cooks anymore. And then we need to look at the... Oh, sorry, brewers. Then we need to look at the cooks. We have a 3 who's pretty good. We've got to keep Cupo in the mix there because that was his request. That's him there. So we disabled that and that. And maybe keep the 3 and the 2. You know what? We're just keeping the 3. The 2 can go fuck himself. Commit. Okay, so now we've got brewing and cooking done. Let's look at milking and cheese making. We have people adequate to those tasks, so leave them on. Butchery. How many butchers have we got? Several. None of them particularly need to be specialised. We won't do that. I think we've got fairly good tanner. We have. Look at Endoc. Although, doesn't Endoc also have mad military skills? No, apparently not. Okay, well, Endoc can be our tanner then. And all these other people who have tanning skill can go fuck themselves, because we don't need them at all. Endoc can have his hauling skills undone. We definitely don't need those. And he can get on with turning all those llama hides into leather strides. can't imagine the work they did to get 3D models to walk dynamically, because you can choose to stand with your left knee and right foot and they will actually walk that way. Oh, is that Slaves to Armok 1? I you know, the whole like level of detail there is in the slashing and cutting in this is bonkers. The idea that you'd have walk animations encoded like that is even more insane. But hey, that's the beauty of this game. It's pure insanity. Okay, how are we doing for leatherworking? We've got one person with some leatherworking skill who's actually a citizen, but their job is siege engineer. Let's just quickly check. We do have other siege engineers in the fortress, so the leatherworking is not the only use they have. Do we want it? Actually, we've got leatherworker and clothes maker. We'll come back to that. Bone carving, we've got a level 15er, but they're not actually a citizen. Fishing, we've got hundreds of dwarves who can fish, dissect and clean fish. I may start removing people who can do that. We don't even have a fishworks place to prepare the fish, so it seems a bit weird. We've done the metalsmithing. Let's look at gem cutting. Yeah, that's covered. Gem settings covered. Glass making. We do have a glass maker, but no facilities or sand at the moment, so we won't deal with that. Shearing. Any shearers? Yes. Spinners. Yes. Weavers. Actually, no, we can leave those. Good. Clothes making. That's fine. Dyeing. Meh. Strand extraction. Is there anything we can practice that on before we get adamantine, or is it just something you can do with that and nothing else? Because I would like to get some people practiced before we find any. We have people who can do pottery, glazing. How good's our mechanic? Meh. Okay. Architecture, siege engineering, siege operating, pump operating, beekeeping, waxworking, paper making, bookbinding. Okay, that sounds like all the skills I'm interested in have been covered. I just think we need to put a few more craftsdwarf workshops down and maybe start thinking about fishery. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, back to the fortress then. I think processed plants at the farmer's workshop might use strand extraction. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yes, that's correct, Ostat. My favourite game ever is Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop game. I love it to bits. I love it to bits very much. Oh, we aren't prepared. We are not prepared. The wereskink Eli Athralani has come. A large skink twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow scarlet. Its sepia scales are oval-shaped and set far apart. Now you will know why you fear the night. Great. Okay, where is the little bastard? Let's, oh, I see. Top left, up here. You see him? Where's my mouse cursor? There we go. Top left. There he is. We have to get everybody indoors and out of the way with this drawbridge up. We haven't even put a lever together, have we? There's no lever to pull to get that to come back up. Bollocks. Fucking bollocks. Okay, quick as we can. Build. No. Build. Trap component. Lever. This is daft. We shall put it on this floor somewhere, not in the dining hall itself. Or maybe in the dining hall. No. We'll put it somewhere else. We will put it outside the offices, so people just have to come out into the hallway there. So we've got a granite mechanism there. That is lovely. And then once it's built, we can actually connect it up to the bridge. However, we really can't guarantee any kind of safety. I feel like a good bet is to put a burrow down here. W. Add a new burrow, and we shall name the burrow. How do I define the burrow? Let's build it basically in here. Scruttix. There we go. I should do this whole floor really, just to make it nice and covered. And I should probably make all the food stockpiles part of it as well, because otherwise, meh. There we go. Give me another set of rooms here. May as well put the egg supply inside. Don't want to leave these few barrels of whatever the fuck. Want those inside the area. We should probably have the... In fact, I should probably just fill this whole floor up. But, you know, whatever. Taking my time. Being all slow. Let's put the music back on. It appears to have gone quiet. Yes, I want to continue washing. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I want to continue watching? Strand extraction is a separate skill. As far as I know, you can only train it by extracting raw adamantine. Ah, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. Okay. I need to fill more of these offices in. Where's my cursor gone? Ah, actually, it helps if you're on the correct window, scoundrel. Pardon my burps. I ate my lasagna a bit quick for dinner. Okay. How do I rename the borough? Define this borough. Add citizens to borough. Limit workshops to borough. Centre on borough. Done. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, regardless, let's go to the military screen. Let's go to alerts. Let's go over to Borough 2 and say, everybody in, please. Everybody in. It sounds a bit cruel if you get more candy with a better extractor but can only train it by extracting. Yeah, it is a little bit disappointing, that, but not much we can do. Right, let's go back to the surface and unpause and watch everybody flood back inside and hopefully not die. Oh, shit. I can't see the weir creature. If I press R, we're almost guaranteed to start seeing horrific combat reports. The weir skink is fighting. He's only done one page. Oh! Okay. Oh, no, no, no. This lady got bitten. Ah, our non-residents have gone out and started fighting. That's what's happened. Let's actually go to the weir skink and zoom to where it's having these fights. Enter view report. There we go. Yeah, it's up here. Look. Has it been wounded? Let's follow it and see what happens. Let's see if the fight... Please kill anything you bite, you werewolf bastard. Oh, sorry, weir skink bastard. They do seem to have distracted the thing for long enough to get people in. Look, they're all heading over to the safe spot. Let's check some more combat reports as well. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. I'm getting lots of cancelled job orders. Hang on. Okay, the werewolf's coming down here. The weir skink's coming down towards our people. This is not a good sign. What the hell is this going on? Oh, it's the... That's our wagon, isn't it? Okay, let's see what the combat reports say. We've got one page of combat reports for the weir skink. The human bowman is fighting. Okay, apparently that was long enough ago that it's no longer recorded. Whatever. Where'd the weir creature go? At least they've killed everything they've come into contact with so far. Oh, it's gone into the fortress. It's killing one of our dwarves. Please don't let him be a good one. Oh, someone's charging in to attack. Perhaps not ideal. I don't think we've even armed our military, have we? They're all just training as wrestlers. Oh, hello. Looks like we're getting a lot of combat bobbins. Let's press R, watch the weir skink. 11 pages. Ouch. Ooh, the weir skink shakes the mace dwarf around by the head, tearing apart the head's fat and bruising the muscle. Ooh, ow. A lot of head biting going on here. A lot of head biting. Well, fingers crossed the people who came to fight monsters actually hold it off and die. Because it's going to be annoying if they become weir creatures. Although, we can probably get them locked up somehow. That would be nice. Pop them in some cages over the magma with the vampires. Because honestly, I'm happier killing weird creatures than vampires with magma. You are a what now? Kill it. Oh, it's disgusting. It's worse than it was before. Right, the Lances of Gilding. If you wouldn't mind, I need you to kill... yes, this elf. Very good. Let's do it. In fact, let's advance frame by frame. Just because I want to see what happens. Catch him. Don't let him escape. Don't let him escape. He's a disgusting elf. Look at him fleeing. Running for his life. He's escaped. Wretch. Disgusting. Foul. Oh, he's not quite made it. Look, he's still got to make it across the river. Sorry. Let's use the space bar. Fuck it. I don't think my dwarves are going to catch up. They don't have what I would call the speed. Come on, just... Wanker. He made it off the side. Oh no, he seems to have stopped down there. My dwarves are chasing him. Don't tell me he got wounded and he just, like, fell over. That would be very nice. If my boys could get down there and chop him up. My boys. My boys. Is that him there? We should probably end the civilian alert, to be honest. Ah, he's gone. Or has he? No, they've still got the order, so presumably... Hopefully they don't chase him off the map. That would be a bit annoying if they did that. However, I don't think they do that, so... we should be okay. Right. No longer on alert. Everybody can come back out, and I'm probably going to have to redesignate a lot of these jobs that have been suspended. Of course I will. Of course I will. There we go. Unsuspend. Go, let's get them all built. Come on, finishy, 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 finishy. There we go. Everything unsuspended. I think there's one here that's suspended as well. Would you look at that? Boop. Lovely. Has this been suspended or... Yes, it has. Good. Now that's going to get fixed. Fingers crossed. Lances of Gilding, not Gelding. Although Gelding does sound like an interesting option for names, doesn't it? Oh man, has anybody been bitten? Actually, I better go check. Brace your eyeballs for Dwarf Therapist. I'm just going to pause. You ready? Squinting? Good. Here comes the white light. Bright light! Let's read the dwarves and check to see if we now have more infected. There's Vamp. That's fine. Kogan. Schmeliork. It looks like we're good. It looks like the people who came to the fortress to fight monsters have actually absorbed most of the brunt of it. This is good. We still only have... Why are these guys' names in bold? Okay, it looks like we don't actually have any weird creatures in here, so fingers crossed it all works out. We could send a raid to a nearest elf town as revenge, but we're not trained up enough, to be frank. We need to get a little bit better before we can. Ah, 99 Ostat. It's no, it's fine. You leave whenever you want to or have to. It's quite alright for you to toddle off. People don't by any means have to watch this. And even if you want to watch it and you can't, there'll be the VOD, and relatively soon it will go up on YouTube as well. I have got this fortress being published pretty much immediately afterwards. I say immediately, at least 24 hours afterwards, because otherwise Twitch will have a go at me. You promised us 24-hour exclusivity. To which I respond, yes I did. Yes I did. You can have it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Nighty night, Ostat. And nighty night, Soda. You have a good night. You sleep tight. What? Where have they suspended this? There it is. There we go. Oh, we can put a statue in. Have I got any statues? Nope. I need to put an order in. JMQSTATUE. Make a rock statue, please. I just want 1. Can I? How much detail can I go into on this one? Details. That's prepare easy meal. Oh no, go away. JM. There we go. Go to rock statue. D for details. Specify stone. Specify image. Okay. So we're going to specify the stone. What have we got? We've got dacite, we've got diorite, we've got gabbro, we've got granite, we've got rhyolite, we've got slate. Ah, I mean, none of those sound particularly snazzy for a statue of a volcanic god, but I think we'll go with granite because it at least is a granite or volcanic rock. So D again, specify the image, a historical figure. I think the gods are historical figures, right? F filter. Volcano? Ack fluke seeds. Volcano of jaws. No, these are actual volcanoes, aren't they? Oh no, they're people. Does anyone know the name of the volcano god? Does anyone remember? Hello, Baiwei. Baiwei? Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but regardless, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I don't suppose you know the name of the volcanic god in this area, do you? I need to make a statue of him, and I've completely forgotten what he is. I'll have to check relationships. Baiwei. Okay, that's good. That's good, I got it right. I'm very, very clever. Linguistically gifted, even. Or maybe not. I tell you what, let's just... Related to civilization or other group? The farms of pregnancy, the farms of drooping, the farms of starting. Oh my god, there's so many things. The virginal sweltering lies. Oh my god, what is that? This is a nomadic goblin group. Oh wow. Okay. Ends of snarling, ends of cremating, the messianic confusion. Okay, we need to go into relationships and find ourselves a thingy. Can I put this on pause? Conditions? New order, remove? We'll remove it. We'll come back and put the statue order in. Let's come out of here and go to relationships. Did you rename the guy Exonerated? Yes, I did. Let's go and have a little look at him. Where is Exonerated? He's somewhere in here. Oh, was that him? That's Elate. Jebesh. Exonerated. Where are you? Where are you, sir? Hiding from me, I see. Maybe you're more guilty than we imagined. Maybe we need to put your innocence back to a vote. Hmm? Or are you just going to hide? Did he survive? Oh, there he is. Exonerated. If we go to him, we'll view him. And we'll look at his relationships. We'll go from the bottom. Go past his passing acquaintances. Page up, page up. Cousins, deity, here we go. Which one was the volcano god? We have to view them, don't we? Deity of the Taupe Confederation. That's not the one. Caverns and Mountains. Limar. Wealth. Deity of the Old Mountain. Associated with fortresses. Hospitality. Ah, here we go. Volcanoes, fires, metals and minerals. Onget the aquamarine fountains. Okay, JMQ statue, rock statue. We want just the one. We need to put details in. Nah, fuck off. D, specify stone, granite. Yep. D, specify image, historical figure, and then we'll filter with on get. Ah, shit. What was his full name? Oh shit. Which one was he? It was on get something. Sugar. Can I see it from Dwarf Therapist? Aquamarine fountains. That's probably a better search term. Aquamarine. There he is. On get the aquamarine fountains. Lovely. Boom. So we're getting a statue of him in granite. Fantata. Good. And P, increased priority, because I want that in the middle of our temple ASAP. As soon as possible. Possible. Build, capital C, W. Going to put the wall in over here. Fill that in. That's good. Granite blocks are plenty. That's nice. We also need to build another bed. Put a wall up here. Not that tall. That's the ticket. Make that out of granite blocks too. Once the statue's been made, we can bung that in the middle of that cross piece, and hopefully no one will knock it over, because that would be a pain in the arse. What did the vamp order when they went to the steakhouse? One very rare, please, and hold the steak. Oh my goodness. Of course. It was too obvious, but yet I fell for it. I went straight in, and I saw the joke. Is that vomit on the floor there? Have we got our dwarves being sick? I hope not. Oh no, it's apples, apparently. Apples are falling all over our workshops. Okay, fair enough. Once the wall's in, do we floor it in, or do we just go for a taller wall? You know what? Now that we've dug that out, we can bring the wall in along here and then build it up. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Let's wait for the bit that's being designed or being built to get finished, and then we'll put the wall across. Should be fine. We can also put more floors in down to fill in the bits that are missing. The problem with that wall is the edges are ramped. Yes, I know, but we're going to cut away, and we'll leave ourselves with a nice area. Don't worry. I know where the ramps are. We can get rid of them. Also, once let's have a quick peek here. Once you look at it, like a lot of it, although there's a lot of flat area around the top and the bottom of those walls, the actual main area is actually fairly deep. But we can cut it back. We'll cut it right back to, actually, if I go D, and then we go from, say, here over to here. We can then go down to the bottom floor, bang, and dig all of that out, and then hopefully we can channel out from above just to clear out the remaining bits. But that should allow us to do some nice walls. Actually, thinking about it, on top of that, we want to do that. No? Oh, chop down trees, my arse. Christ's sake, game, come on. There we go. And then we'll go down. Yes, it's all dug out. Lovely. Lovely. What part of the body dies last? The pupils, because they dilate. Oh, there's a lot of punny jokes in chat. Not that I'm against puns. Not at all. I'm very much in favour of puns, but it's not normally quite so thick and fast. It's amazing. Mobs can climb one high stone walls. Okay, we'll try and build them up a bit taller then. Make them a bit bigger with an overhang even. Are they building that in? Is that being built yet? Or am I a silly tinker for even thinking it might be the case? Construction suspended. Of course. Of course. That floor's done. What about this one? Construction suspended? No longer. I should probably put more floor in as well, shouldn't I? We definitely need more floor. Build capital C F. There we go. And if I do there and there, bosh, granite blocks, badosh. Don't put a wall in. Come on now, calm down, game. Calm down. Our miners are making very short work of these soil walls, but that's kind of to be expected, isn't it? You would expect that. Soil not known for its resistance to pickaxes and experienced miners. There we go, they're digging up that bit there. They're having to go quite round the houses to get in there though. There's that one block they're going to build it in, and then the builders will have to go the other way, aren't they? Down the floor. So, dig out these last little bits down here. And then build capital C wall. I'm going to bring this up here. There we go, granite blocks. And then maybe come across here as well. Why not? I'm feeling frisky. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. There's an arrow or something in the way. A man once tried to get me to laugh by telling me 10 puns. No pun intended. Amazing. My goodness. Puns upon puns. Where is that little bolt? It needs unforbidding, doesn't it? Cancel. Cancel. Click. 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 There it is. Bronze arrow. Forbid. There we go. Unforbidden. That should get picked up now. And fixed. Lovely, eh? Has anyone built the smeltery yet? Of course not. It needs a mason. And all of our masons are apparently busy. Slightly annoying, but what the heck? What can you do? Right. If we say... Is this all dug out yet? Or are we... I think it's all dug out, isn't it? Yeah. So if we say DH, go upper floor, and then we start just chipping these out. We'll start by going priority number 1 here, priority number 2 here, priority number 3 across here, priority number 4 across here, and as long as we're careful and do it right, we should be able to strip this back with relatively few accidents. I think. And I could be very wrong. But we'll do our best and see what happens. I feel like the miners are going to do right by this though. So they dig that out, then that one. Yeah, then these two. Lovely. Oh look, there's a fella sleeping underneath. Hopefully nothing fell on top of him. Yeah, that's good. Looks like... Oh, I see. Hang on. We'll wait. We'll let them dig out what I've already designated for digging. Oh, they've nearly done it. There we go. Dig out those 7. The outpost liaison, Mr. Erith, has arrived. Okay, that's fine. How many wagons are we going to get in there, though? 2, 3, 4 wagons. Please don't just be boxes of leather and cloth. That would be very disappointing. 4 wagons and some beasts of burden will probably have some interesting stuff on. Let's call our broker in and let's move our goods to and from. We should have a nice selection of trap components. Oh, look. We've got 4 bins of trap components. Very fancy. Spiked wooden balls. Ah. Yeah, priorities have been a bit of an eye-opener for me, I have to say. They just make things a little bit safer when you're digging stuff. So designate channeling, or at least they make it safer when you're channeling. I mean, digging's digging, isn't it? So there's priority 1, priority 2, oh, 2, priority 3, priority 4. That's not what I wanted. H, priority 4, priority 5, Priority 6. Priority 7. Perfect. And that should expose the wall. And we should be able to build up a little bit higher, I think. Not certain, but we should be able to. I should really put a roof on that tavern that's just being used to store llamas at the moment, shouldn't I? Doesn't matter. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so we've got tons of wood that really needs bringing in because it's just sitting on the surface. And we could be turning that into stuff to horrify elves. So let's check out our storage stockpiles. Ah, look at this. Excellent. What other stockpiles can I build? Oh, a section of caverns collapsed. Oops. Let's hope nobody's dead. Furniture, corpses, stone, gems. What we do need is stone that is not... We need a special stockpile for smeltable stuff. But I feel like we want to put that up in the temple/workshop. It is a llama tavern at the moment. That's all it has going for it. Llamas and walls. No roof, no nothing. Refuse, food, coins, bar block, leather and sheets. Finished goods. We could do a finished goods stockpile up there. We've got to get everything in, basically. There's still shit up on the top. So I'm going to make a finished goods stockpile. I'm just going to pop it... Oh, hello. What the fuck? There we go. I'm going to pop it in here next to this bar of metal stockpile. There we go. We can always use furniture stockpiles, so I'll bung another one in here. We'll specialise what it is later down the line. We've got gem stockpiles enough. Cloth, I think we've got enough stockpiles for cloth. Ammo. Weapons. Oh, I don't know. Leather. Do we have a leather stockpile? We have a workshop for leather, so we should put the stockpile for it down by that, right? Let's go down. Which one's leather? This is leather and cloth, isn't it? Oops. Clothier's shop, leatherworks, yeah. Leather stockpile, cloth stockpile. Not even full. We don't need more of that. I mean, is there a stockpile for clothing, say? Does cloth have a special setting for... That's leather. Yes. Do you have a special setting for clothes? No, just thread and cloth. Okay. What about the leather one? Just different types of leather. Clothing is finished goods, but you have to fine-tune it. Okay. Hello, Shazoo. We have not dug very greedily so far. We have dug quite conservatively, in fact. We have our main fortress as a separate thing. D for armour. Oh, I see. That'll give you the leather armour, I presume. Let's put some armour in here first. There we go. That's a leather stockpile for armour, sorry. An armour stockpile. We'll change the settings. And we shall give it materials. We want to make it out of just leather, nothing else. Oh, let's keep the leather in there then. We don't want metals, forbid. Doesn't matter about the quality. Everything else is fine. Do we really want shields? Are there leather shields? I presume there are. Okay. Right, we'll stick with that. Leather armour in that stockpile. And leather clothes, presumably. Can we do that? It's finished goods, they say. So we'll activate finished goods. Is it enable? E. There we go. Materials. Okay, so we want to forbid all of these and then reactivate footwear, headwear, handwear, legwear. I think that's it. Footwear, headwear, handwear, legwear. Is there bodywear? I don't see it. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. And then we'll take the materials and we'll remove wood, bone, tooth, horn, pearl, shell. Do we want leather? We'll keep leather. Amber, coral, green glass, clear glass, crystal yarn, wax. Did I set that up right? I feel like I did. It should have all clothing and armour and leather armour going in there. Bodywear is listed as armour. Oh, okay. Well, we've already got that set up for that. Oh, have we actually? Let's go in there and look at the armour again, just to be sure. Body, head, feet, hands, shield, metal, other materials, leather. Okay. No, it's cool. We're all good. Good. And then on this side, we've already got clothing taken care of over here, I think. So, what do we put on this side? Raw materials again? No need for raw materials to go there. Mechanics workshop's fine. Jeweler's workshop looks like it could do with some bins, actually. So let's put an order of some bins. JMQBIN construct wooden bins. We should get some bookshelves knocked up as well. Where is the bin? Bookbinding? I don't care about bookbinding. Wooden bin. There we go. There we go. Give me 50. Sounds like a good number. And then we'll also add bookcases. We'll make them out of wood because we've got shitloads of the stuff. We've got to use it up. There we go. Wooden bookcases. Give me 50 of them as well. And we'll build ourselves a library in with the temple, maybe. Sound good? I think it does. Right, let's unpause it. Let that continue. Hopefully, who is it? Tidy. Tidy, have you been wounded? Let's have a look at your wounds, Tidy. You're unconscious, but only your right foot has been damaged. So it seems like everything's going to be fine, right? Yeah, you're back up and running. Phew. Phew. Okay, is anyone going to actually do that job, or are they just going to leave it because that bolt's sitting there? Because that is very annoying. Very annoying indeed. We haven't traded with these fucks, have we? Shit. Broker in the thing. There we go. We've got the goods moving in. We've got the goods already moved in by the looks of things. Let's unpause it, and then when the broker's in there, we can... what the hell? Purple? Isn't that a mood? No? Yes? Alerts? Yeah, a child's been possessed. Holy shit, how did we miss that? Let's follow them down. Fingers crossed we'll get the trades done in time. We'll have to see. Let's have a look. Don't worry, Tidy. You're alive. You're alive. No need to panic. They've claimed the workshop. That's good. And then we just have to wait and see where they go. What are they claiming? Well, they start with bones. Nearly every time they go for bones. Come on. Get your bones out. Bones out in the chat, as they say. He's going slow. There he is, into his craftsdwarf workshop. Back up to pick something else. Got a bit of cloth. Bones and cloth. Very boring so far. A bit of leather. Okay. So far so meh. Gone for some uncut gems. Now he goes for wood. By the looks of things. Yep. Off he trots to put his wood in his workshop. And I think that's it. Yeah, he's begun his construction. Okay, let's go trade. Let's go trade. We can't trade. No trader needed at depot. That's not the case. Is that correct? Have I just requested the trader or not? I'm not sure if I've just dismissed or requested the trader. Okay. Bookcases are getting made at least. We can trade. We can trade. He's in. Okay, so what have we got in terms of trade value? We've got a weapon bin worth 20 grand. We got a lot of money knocking around. I don't think we need to worry too much. Let's have a look what they've got. Maybe I won't buy all their bars this time. Maybe I'll just buy the cool ones. So we've got some silver, some gold. Brass could be... Oh, fuck it. I'll just buy all their bars. Oh, well. That didn't last long, did it? We've got some gemstones here, which are not particularly exciting for me. We can dig those out. Gold blocks. blocks, rhyolite blocks, gypsum blocks. We can leave those. Raw glass, boring. Clay, boring. Ropes, we've got ropes. Let's do page up and page down. Ropes, water skins, an ashen tislam, a native gold ook. Okay, we've seen the ook before, but let's check out the native gold one. This is a well-crafted native gold ook. It is encrusted with point-cut red tourmalines. The body is made from native gold. The strings are made from pigtail. The bow is made from earthenware. The ook is a huge stationary cloth-stringed instrument with a stone body. The instrument rests flat as the musician plays the 5 strings with a ceramic bow. Tuning is possible with adjustable bridges. The instrument has a nearly 4-octave range, going from an extremely low to a mid-low pitch. The instrument has an evolving, gentle timbre. So we're talking sort of like a... something along those lines. I think that's how it sounds. We've seen the ook before, though. There's no point going crazy. A horsebone zat. What do we see in a horsebone zat here? This is a horsebone zat. The keyboard is made from spharlite. The console is made from horsebone. The pipes are made from schist. The pump is made from crystal glass. The zat is a huge stationary bone musical instrument which uses a glass pump to send water into a chamber, ultimately supplying air to blow through any of 372 stone pipes. The musician directs air through chosen pipes by playing a stone keyboard. The instrument has flue pipes and free reed pipes. The instrument has a 7.5 octave range, going from an extremely low to an extremely high pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has an evolving, wobbling timbre. It has 3 registers. The low register has a broad, muddy timbre, sort of like a Wurlitzer kind of sound. The middle register begins at mid-low pitch and has a quavering, fragile timbre. And the high register begins at mid-high pitch and has a clear, quavering, rugged timbre. No, I'm not quite sure about that, but my throat's going, so I don't want to put too much gusto into mimicking these instruments, lest I lose my voice tomorrow. I'm sure we've seen the tislam, we've seen the ook, we've seen the bog... Have we seen the bogosh? I think we've seen the bogosh. Take a peek. No. This is a finely crafted green glass bogosh. The keyboard is made from tower cap. The chest is made from green glass. The pipes are made from green glass. The pump is made from giant tortoise shell. The bogosh is a small handheld glass musical instrument which uses a shell pump to send water into a chamber, ultimately supplying air to blow through any of 48 glass pipes. The musician directs air through chosen pipes by playing a wooden keyboard. The instrument has flue pipes and both single reed and free reed pipes. The instrument has a 4-octave range, going from a middle to an extremely high pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a strong, vibrating, piercing, strident timbre. I don't want to wake my kids up, so we'll have to be very careful with this one. So it's middle pitch, strong and vibrating, piercing and strident. Let's pause Swirwer and see what we can get out of this. Strong, vibrating, piercing and strident. And it's a handheld glass musical instrument which uses a pump and water. It's basically a huge musical bong with 42 pipes, right? 48 pipes. Let's have a little look at the sound. So, something like that, maybe? The middle register begins at mid-high pitch and has an evolving, harsh, buzzy timbre. So, the high register begins at high pitch and has a quavering, reedy, rough, rugged timbre. No, that's too quavering. Quavering and rugged. How do you put those together? That seems a bit... The The top register begins at very high pitch and has a wobbling, vibrating, fragile timbre. What do we reckon? Any good? I don't know if I want a bogosh, but I think we might end up buying one just for fun. You know, just have a little bit of a giggle with it. Who doesn't want a bogosh for funds? Hello, Deg42117. Welcome to the stream. Is this Dwarf Fortress or Stanley Parable? Well, this is the Fortress Parable. The Parallel Worlds Fortress Parallel. The Parallel Worlds Fortress Parable, in which the musical instruments are all carefully recreated through my own voice. Not very well, I might add. Careful, but poorly. And thanks for joining us, by the way. A lot of these do sound like crazy contraption. The one with like 300 pipes or so seems like an interesting thing. It's like one of these enormous church organ kind of things. That one sounds like an ensemble of mechanized didgeridoos. Well, I will do my best to try and mix it up a bit. It's difficult because I can only make so many noises for these musical instruments. And, you know, once it says it's a pipe instrument or it's a stringed instrument, that kind of locks me in on a lot of the potential noises I can make to be even vaguely kind of sensible. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Shizou. Much appreciated. Let's have a little look down here. Strident means loud and harsh, grating, for anyone that didn't know. I had to look it up. I didn't realise it was quite so... I thought strident was more confident and bold and stuff, but loud, harsh and grating does make sense. Interesting. Sounds like a musical saw. Oh, there we go. Maybe I should try mimicking the musical saw deliberately. It might work. It might work. Anyway, we've had a look at the the bogsosh. Let's come down here. We've got a themor. Have we had a themor before? A gypsum themor? This is a gypsum themor. It is decorated with well-crafted spider monkey bone. The bar is made from gypsum. The stick is made from two-humped camel bone. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted oak and dacite. The themor is a large stationary percussion instrument. It consists of a stone bar. The musician scrapes the bar with a bone stick. The instrument has a single mid-low pitch. The instrument has a full, strained, fluid timbre. So it's basically like a cabassa, right? Like a... But it's got a bit mid-low pitch. The instrument has a full, strained, fluid timbre. I'm assuming you have to keep pulling the sticks down. I like it. We're buying a themor. There we go. A merrier. Did we look at the merrier before? Date palmwood, stationery. I don't think we would remember this one. This is a date palmwood merrier. The keyboard is made from silver. The case is made from date palm wood. The strings are made from iron. The merrier is a large stationary wooden musical instrument which houses 69 metal strings. The musician uses a metal keyboard to select which of these strings are plucked. The instrument has a 7.5 octave range, going from an extremely low to an extremely high pitch. The musician cannot control the volume. We have seen this one before, actually. We definitely have seen this one. The instrument has a wavering, gentle timbre. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 bong. Something along those lines. We're buying it. It's got 69 strings, for goodness sake. 69, dude. A shale uck, a willow tislam, we've seen that, and then it's toys. It's toys all the way down after that. So we only bought a bogsosh and a themor. But you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy with those musical instrument choices. We've only taken our current basket, so to speak, up to 760. Let's turn the music back on so we've got a little bit of sound in the background. There we go. They are inventive little fellows. I have to say that, Shizou. They're very inventive. Do I want a rooster in a cage? I do not. Yak balls, turkey gobblers, horses, boars, cavy sows, dwarven rum, yes. A barrel of king cobra venom, useless, but as a status symbol, I like it. This is our venom cellar. Just imagine that. We can't do anything with it, we just collect it. Dwarven beer, kangaroo milk? Nah. Black mamba venom? No. Wine? Helmet snake venom. I mean, it just sounds like a euphemism for spunk, doesn't it? It just sounds like it. Dwarven beer barrel, rum barrel, wine barrel, chestnut barrel, dwarven ale barrel, rum again, there we go. Copperhead snake venom, mango wood buckets. We've got buckets, we're all good for buckets. Do I want picks? No. Short swords, maces, picks, battle axes. I don't think we're buying any weapons this time round. I've already got a few bits and bobs, although I will check to see if they've got any steel that we can pinch. Or buy, rather. Battle axes, silk vests, wool socks, low boots. Let's use page up and page down instead of the arrow keys. Shields, helms, gloves, mittens, gauntlets, spiders, silks. Oh, sandbags. We want sand. We'll buy up all the sand they've got. Sheep wool bags, loon leather, quicklime bag. Yep, sure. More quicklime, more quicksand, white sand, sorry. Let's buy some rock nuts. Gypsum plaster, plump helmet spawn, dwarven sugar, which I feel like is a kind of dwarven cocaine. I'd like to imagine that. I like to imagine someone with a very big crossbow slamming their face into a table with a pile of dwarven sugar on it, standing up and going, "Say hello to my little friend," and just start shooting people from their office. I mean, obviously it's a suboptimal strategy if they're using a ballista, because it could end up wiping the fortress out, but it is a nice image. It's a lovely image. Dimple dye, don't care about that. Gypsum plaster. Naked moldog leather. Very scrotal, very soft. Plump helmet spawn, yes please. Red sand, I'll have that. Yellow sand, more dwarven sugar. Kakapo leather bag. Blah blah blah. Very boring, very dull, very sad. Yellow sand, sand, yellow sand, gypsum plaster. It's all the cloth and leather. We'll buy 1 bin of cloth and 1 bin of leather. Has somehow become a tradition, even though I despise the very concept of tradition. Orangutan leather. Very wrinkly. I can imagine orangutan leather trousers being quite saggy and soft. Cloth bins, leather bins, galore. Citron wood figurine of kiwi then. Don't think so. Bolts. We don't have any military with long range yet, so that's no use. Crowns, cut gems. We'll buy the steel and iron anvils because they can be melted and we can get ourselves some sweet steel. And here's all the prepared food. Cougar kidneys, cave crocodile bones, jaguar brains, black mamba intestines, gar sweetbreads and rhinoceros kidneys. What a selection. Loads of fish, loads of plump helmets. Loads of plump helmets, capers and grapes, lettuce leaves, 5 lettuce leaves. Who's buying lettuce leaves 5 at a time? Mind you, I suppose you can buy those bagged salads, can't you? We're down into the threads. We'll buy a bit of that. Why not? And then we'll head down a bit more. Thread and yarn. Fuck it, I'll buy more. Why not? It's cheap. I'll have it. Greaves, trousers. Might have to go back to page up, page down. Got enormous iron corkscrews, but to be honest, I feel I'm more interested in purchasing steel than other metals. Steel seems like the metal du jour. Let's buy all this cheese. Right, goat cheese, pig cheese, tapir cheese, 2-hump camel, water buffalo, reindeer, yak horse, tapir again. It's all very much of a muchness. I'm getting the same ones again and again. Fungi wood splints, tower cap splints, crutches, bismuthenite scroll rollers. Ah, here we go. Question logic. A copy. This is a pond grabber parchment scroll. The rollers are made from cryolite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Question Logic, authored by Sonera Snarlfight. It concerns hypothetical syllogisms. The writing overflows with sadness. Overall, the prose is masterful. Let's get it. I'm building some bookcases. In fact, I think they've been built. Scroll rollers, can I actually... Is that just the rollers or is there anything written on it? Nope, nothing written on it. Merrier case, Tislam chest, Master of the Delta. Ooh, here we go. This is a Kakapo parchment scroll. The rollers are made from rhyolite.
Written on the item is a manual entitled Master of the Delta, authored by Vinaya Packslaughter. It concerns the process of the formation of deltas at the mouths of rivers. The writing artfully indulges the author's fancies. Overall, the prose is great. Lovely. Let's get that Master of the Delta in there. The Pursuit of Anatomy. Every teenage boy's #1 priority. I remember I pursued my anatomy quite vigorously for many years. This not continuously. In bursts. But what bursts? This is an alpaca parchment scroll. It is encircled with bands of round green jade cabochons. The rollers are made from horn silver. On the item is a well-designed image of a crutch in alligator snapping turtle shell. Written on the item is a manual entitled The Pursuit of Anatomy, authored by Ave Zenith 100. It concerns the anatomical study of creatures. The writing is quite cruel. Overall, the prose is masterful. A vivisection manual. Let's have it. Thank you. An exploration of observation. This is an emu parchment scroll. The rollers are made from cinnabar. Written on the item is a manual entitled An Exploration of Observation, authored by Elisa Sparkledell. It concerns methods of empirical observation in astronomy. The writing is fairly crisp, yet it has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is masterful. The stupid stars just go round and round in the sky, and it really winds me up. There's a little bit of viciousness for you. Vicious astronomy, an interesting little interesting kind of thing. White Stork, the meaning of lawlessness. This sounds exciting. Is this going to be like Bakunin type stuff? This is a goat parchment scroll. The rollers are made from pericles. Written on the item is an essay entitled The Meaning of Lawlessness, authored by Bosa Hellscours. It concerns the worthlessness of law. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is masterful. Purchased. What else have we got here? A selenite bookcase. Reproduction and the Coming Troubles. I'm assuming that's going to be Troubles, but it's been shortened. This is a cavefish parchment scroll. The rollers are made from siltstone. This object menaces with spikes of blue jade and red zircon. Written on the item is a manual entitled Reproduction and the Coming Troubles, authored by Ego Relieved Bad. It concerns the reproductive behaviour of creatures. The writing has a hint of viciousness. What is it with these vicious books? Overall, the prose is masterful. So, this is an interesting one. He's called Ego Relieved Bad. This is called The Coming Troubles, and it's about the reproductive behaviour of creatures. I don't know, I'm reading it, it seemed interesting at first, but now I'm getting vaguely rapey vibes off of it. It doesn't feel good. It feels like a tainted tome. We're going to buy it, but I think it needs to go into the restricted section. We'll need Mr. Armitage to bolt it up with Al Hazred's works. Healing, Principles and Practice. This is a well-crafted groundhog parchment scroll. This is a well-crafted groundhog parchment scroll. This is a You see what I did there? The rollers are made from cryolite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Healing, Principles and Practice, authored by Stasost Hate-Seduced. It concerns medical ethics. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is great. Again, very, not even faint. This has got fairly strong rapey vibes from it. We may need to have a whole rapey wing of the library just to lock up these dreadful books. Don't worry, we'll have if we get some books that are appropriate, we'll try and have a nice sexy wing as well, with all the joy of sex and whatnot, illustrated beardy sex pictures. A Gabbro-bound codex. This is a Gabbro-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 25-page essay entitled An Introduction to Hard Work, authored by Impe Music Youths. It concerns nuances of hard work. The writing is quite cheerful. Overall, the prose is masterful. Well, we've got a happy book at last. One that isn't vicious, which is nice. Wow, we've already spent 11 grand, mainly on books and musical instruments. A hematite-bound codex. Let's catch up here and see what's going on in chat. I once found a frog in one of those prepared salad bags. Wow, tidy. That's a pretty alive or dead? And if dead, dry or still moist? That's the question. I've never found any like animals in food before, but you hear about it. Well, obviously, I found animals, at least parts of animals, in any meat I've bought. Well, hopefully. Maybe not the exact animal it says on the packet, but yeah. One of my fort only had one book and tons of copies of it. It was a one-page book about copying. Very nice. I like that. Recursive. All it said was Control-C. The authors were all migrants that got expelled for only having writing skills. They seethe through their scriptures. That's probably what's happening, Shizu. We've got a lot of frustrated authors who have just written books that have been unrecognised in their lifetime so far, and so they're getting all their viciousness out on the page. It was alive. It must have warmed up in the house and started shuffling about in the bag, so I chucked it out. Crazy. That is fucking crazy, Tidy. Amazing. At least it was just a frog, though. It could have been something even viler. Let's have a look at this hematite-bound codex. This is a hematite-bound codex. The written portion weird emphasis. The written portion consists of a 120-page manual entitled At One with Social Animals, authored by Lapama Lionmark. It concerns the social behaviour of creatures. The writing is quite cruel. Overall, the prose is masterful. It's going in the library. I don't care if it's cruel. In it goes. A siltstone-bound codex. This is a finely crafted siltstone-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 90-page manual entitled Commentary on the Staff, authored by Burr Submerged Menaces. It concerns the construction and use of the surveying staff. The writing has a hint of viciousness to it. Overall, the prose is splendid. Well, I could make penis puns and innuendos based off the staff bit, but nah, it's too vicious. And now it's just parchment sheets. Okay, we're not into making our own books yet, so we'll just spend our balls and get what we've ordered. Is he making some profit? He's making a couple of grand profit there. Let's see if he's interested in trading. Trade. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Yes. He's pleased. Fantastic. Well, let's get out of here, move our goods from the trade depot, and take them back to where they belong. Lovely. Good. So, we've got Masterpiece Ashen Bins being created, which should lead to our gemstone stockpile getting made slightly neater. Although I now realise maybe I haven't let them use bins. Shit, that would explain a lot. Max bin, none. Okay. C and V. Put 10 bins in there, why not? That should easily peasily use up all the cut gems. We've got any other ones that don't seem to be using bins when they should be? I'm betting our bar stockpiles. Oh no, they are. Look, that's all good. That's all good. This furniture stockpile immediately filling up. If we... Have they built this yet? Ah, we need a mason. Do I have any free... Am I making shitloads of stuff? Yeah, granite blocks. Rock mugs. Wait a minute. Surely our masons can't all be busy. We've barely got anything on the go. Or is they just churning out blocks in a ludicrous rate? Where are they? That's Crafts Dwarves. Oh, is he... He has begun his construction. Yeah, we waited before we did the trading. Oh, speak of the devil. Saxol Nekigroth, the dwarven child, has created Kobemzokan. Enir Ron, a dogbone crossbow. Weapon, nice. Let's have a little look. Shift L. Enir Ron, Trouble Sieges, the Beguiler of Rage, a dogbone crossbow. Let's have a look. It's worth 27 grand. This is a dogbone crossbow. All Crafts Dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with table-cut pink tourmalines and decorated with dogbone. This object menaces with spikes of giant cave spider silk and maple. On the item is an image of the Butcher of Beaches, the porcupine bone left gauntlet in wild boar leather. Okay, this world seems to have a lot of... Oh no, it's one we made. I thought for a second that the world was rife with single left gauntlet artifacts, but apparently it's just one that we've made, so they're keen to put it in. Frog legs are so good. I've never tried frog legs, but the only thing that puts me down on trying them is they don't seem to have a lot on them. I feel like you're losing a lot of frog just for the legs there. I will try them one day when I get a chance, but no, I've never had them before, never. But I would like to try. Certainly more than snails, which have been mooted as a taste sensation on here before. I'm sure they taste great, but oh, the idea makes me feel a bit queasy. Bit quizzy. Quizzy. Masons. We need to stop our masons from going nuts. So, what I want to do is cancel the order for blocks. Do we need them? Let's go back up to the surface and make sure we've got enough stuff on order. Build, capital C, walls. And we'll bung a wall along here. We're going to end up being unable to build this shit, aren't we? Okay, we'll see what happens. Granite blocks, 99, lovely. Let's build that first and see what happens. And then we can take them off. In fact, we've got over 99 granite blocks. Let's take away the order for them first. JM, granite blocks R for remove. Lovely. It looks like they've made the statue as well. So let's build the statue. Build the statue. Build the statue. Of Ust? Is that the right one? It must be, right? We've only got one statue, and I ordered a specific one, so we'll get that in and see what happens. You can make a temple from a statue, can't you? Seems like a reasonable thing to ask. More migrants? Really? I mean, we haven't actually put in the infrastructure for the last lot who arrived. People are sleeping on floors. This is a very poorly appointed fortress in terms of amenities for the residents. But, seeing as we're here, let's get on with it. I'm going to put in some more bedrooms. And I'm going to do it by just going like this. How many? 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Go all the way along there. Go. And then we will cut out these bits because we can. Just use the mouse. Why not, I say? If you can, just do it. And then we can pop a hole in for each of these. Lovely. Come on. There we go. Sweet. Nice. Then all I've got to do is carry that over there and bring it down here. And Wong Fei Hung's your uncle. We've got more bedrooms. Although I doubt Wong Fei Hung is your uncle. I mean, he was alive quite some time ago. I'm not even certain he's a historical figure rather than a romantic creation of fiction. But who knows? Maybe someone in the audience, maybe someone in chat knows. Maybe someone is an expert on the history of Kung Fu movie staple Wong Fei Hung. Played many times by Jet Li. I love those movies. They're very good. How wide are these? 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Oh, hang on. I've done 6. What a tip. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. Fuck me. How badly can I beans this every time? 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit. Okay, I am clearly not in a state to be doing this. But nonetheless, we shall persevere. Let's cut that off. Cut that off. These bedrooms are now 4 instead of 5. Shit. Okay, let's get these sorted. Do it properly. Eventually you'll get one right. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's the one to take out. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that out. Lovely. Not like that. Not like that, you flopping great bellend. There we go. What time is it? I feel like I've missed out on my break and just powered through. I probably have. I was a little bit worse for wear when we started, but I feel like I've sobered up a little bit now. I'm probably making marginally more sense than I was when I started. Much less burbling and slurring, I would imagine. It is quite bloody warm in here, though. Even if I haven't had one now, I may need to take a break in a minute. Although we might just power through to the end and I'll have a break after the fact, go straight to bed. 5, there we go. Let's pop these in. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry, getting a little bit ahead of myself. I know that the sync is all out. I also noticed the other day, I don't know why none of you mentioned this before, but I was watching my recordings that I'd uploaded to YouTube, putting all the tags on. The fucking lip sync is well out. I should have figured that out before I'm kicking myself because I just remembered that I was going to fiddle that before I started streaming. But sadly, I failed to do so because apparently I am an idiot. Ah well. Do, 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 do. There we go, that can go in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it can go all the way down, can't it? All the way to here. There we go. And then all I've got to do is cut these off at the right intervals. Oh shit. There we go. They seem a bit deeper, don't they? I think, yeah, it's only 4 deep. Let's cut all this out. There we go. That's better. Looking a bit nicer. Somebody's telling me to designate with rectangles in chat, aren't they? Let's just check. Delicious, better than chicken, says Beardster. We need to gather all the bone armour and weapons up to form the ultimate dwarf warrior. That's a good point, Shizu. At the moment we only have leggings and a left gauntlet, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Claycree says, did you know enemies can't pass through a door if it's marked as locked, but they can capture it, so it will be under their own control? Not sure on the capture rules, though. I knew about the pass-through thing. I didn't know they could capture it. Although some creatures can smash doors, can't they? Oh, I will fix the offset cursor. That is going to happen eventually. It just means I've got to totally redo my setup, and rather than doing the whole slide across for Dwarf Therapist, I'll probably try and set it up so the elements on the screen move around. It just means me sitting down and doing it, which means it will probably happen after I finish modelling my tabletop terrain that I'm working on. So yeah, it could be a little while before it's fixed, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we can all persevere for now. If you've put up with out of sync audio, with bad lip sync, I'm fairly sure I can get you to put up just for a little bit longer with my bullshit nonsense. There's our thing. Sorry, let's get back to cutting out these rooms, because it's going to take a while to get them dug out anyway, so we may as well get the template sorted. I really need to get into using planning mode. I just don't feel like now is the time to start thinking about it, because it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm pretty sure any information I take in now is going to be lost by the time I wake up. Right, okay, we've added a shitload more rooms for beds. We've got a load of beds. Let's get them going. There we go. It's unpaused. It's all good. Oh, okay. Trigger warning. Ah. What is that? What is planning mode, says Gallop. Good question, Gallop. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Basically, people have been talking about it in my Discord since I started doing the Parallel World Fort. People have been saying, oh, you should try planning mode. And they make it sound fantastic. Like, you can lay down room templates. You can say, I want furniture of this type, of this quality in the room. And they put stuff together. But, I don't know. The Etin Nabreth Torasilea Okosh has come. Oh, sorry, Okosh An has come. A giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. Oh dear. Okay, oh shit, don't unpause it. First things first, we should send all of our dwarves into the burrow. And then maybe we send our military dwarves out to attack it, even though we haven't equipped them properly or given them weapons. And if that fails, well, we'll just resort to a patented Cryptbeards rush. And it would give all the lovely new viewers a chance to witness some strong tradition from Cryptbeards. Something a blast from the past. I like monsters that are powerful but not OP. That's good. That's good. That sounds really nice. What's that? What sounds good? I've forgotten what I said already, so I can't possibly imagine what I said that was
good. Military screen. Then we go over to the alerts. No metal dust blobs. Not that I'm aware of. We haven't had any kind of forgotten beast type things or weird shaped creatures yet. In fact, we haven't seen hide nor hair of a goblin. It's been vampires, vampires, vampires. Oh, planning mode. Of course, planning mode. I get you. I understand. Burrow 2. There we go. They're going in there. We can get the Lances of Gilding to attack. So squad, Lances of Gilding. We'll leave the Oceanic Ropes because, well, they're going to get dumped into the magma. Where is our Etin? If we say K attack from list, what the fuck? A ghost? Why have we got ghosts? I mean, I would make glib comments about not being afraid of no ghosts, but we've had serious issues with the undead in the past. Not even zombies, I'm talking just ghosts making everybody miserable. Where's he gone? I don't see the... Mesbeth Bislameng is not the Etin, is it? Hang on, let's get out of here. Let's go to you. Go to others. Others. Nabreth Torasalir. Okay, so squad. Lances of Gilding. Kill. List. Huh. I don't see it. Maybe I should just look for it on the screen and do it as a cursor thing. It came along the bottom. Is that it? Is that the Etin there? Oh no, that's the elf, isn't it? Ah shit, have they had that whole fucking order just sitting there forever? Have they not even gone back to training? Oh Christ. Oh, there's the Etin, look, bottom right hand corner. Right there. Okay, so K, kill creature at cursor. Brilliant. Let's see how it goes. We should probably also follow the Etin, but we'll see how it goes for now. We can keep an eye on it. Actually, should I just... You know what, let's pause, click on the Etin. Oh, I can't mouse click it. This is very irritating. Bring the cursor down then. Come on. There we go, there's the cursor. There's the Etin. Follow. Let's see what he does. At least he's not a weird creature. I don't really care if he smashes up a few dwarves, because we know they're not going to come back as Etins. Not without significant surgery, at least. Okay, he's making his way over there. That lad saw him and had a bit of a panic attack. That's fine. He's stopping, having a rest on the slope there, outside the unfinished temple. I'm going to perhaps foolishly take my eyes off of the game and have a little look down here. Hello, Hectic Hermit. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. We need a squad called Ghostbusters. That's true. It probably would be a good idea. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Our military apparently not up to the task of fighting an Etin. Not even mob-handed. It looks like we may need to resort to the Cryptbeards rush. Although looking at it, it might be on the ropes. It seems to be trying to evade fighting, and it's only killed 2 of our lads, and it's gone down. Let's have a look at the combat reports. Let's take a look at the combat reports. 22 pages, and I'm seeing a lot of blue. The Etin breaks the grip of the monk's upper front teeth on the Etin's right upper leg. So we've got a monk going in there and biting it. We've got wrestlers, we've got spear dwarves, but they're all punching and kicking because we haven't given them any weapons. Maybe we should get onto that. It does look like the tide has turned against the Etin. It's not doing well. There's a lot of red on that screen, page 7, but beyond that it looks like he's stuffed. Okay, let's continue watching. The Etin is not making any kind of serious resistance to the attacks now. Our dwarves are getting in there with their fists and just pummeling it down into jelly. And it is good to have at least one creature dispatched by a billion tiny punches. That's kind of a Cryptbeards thing. Oh, they've killed another one. 2 of them. Shit. Okay, it's not nearly as crippled as I thought. It's mincing through our military and probably taking out every single one of our trained dwarves who can actually do anything with a weapon. Okay, none of them are armed, of course, because that would have been sensible. That would have been proper behaviour for a scoundrel playing Dwarf Fortress, not just silly buggers. Come on, fight him. Kill him. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammers came down upon his nuts. Is he done? He's not done. Oh, he tried to move away. He's making moves to escape, but the 2 remaining members of my military are pursuing relentlessly, if a little bit bleedily. Come on. Don't make me let the vampires out, Etin. Don't make me let the vampires out. They will fuck you up. Oh shit, you appear to have completely ruined our military. And, what's more interesting, there's a baby outside the gates just hanging around over here. Do you see him? This little lad? Just like being there all, Aku, Aku. Gonna get his head kicked in by an Etin. Or eaten. Let me just check that is the entire military wiped out. No, it looks like we've got Bomrek Etossental, the Marks Dwarf, still available as a military person. So, shit. Okay, this is a bad sign, but it's not the end of the world. In fact, if we can lure it into the fortress to be trapped in a cage trap, that would probably be pretty good. Also, we've got traders in, and they usually come with fairly tasty warriors who can do a little bit of monster dispatching themselves. We'll have to look. The merchants are still here, you are quite right, Toady. Gallop says you can find the Etin with Z. That's true, although we're a bit beyond that now. I must have missed that one in chat. Planning mode from DF Hack. That's very easy to use, says Shadesmar13. Well, you know, I'm interested in hearing about that. Etin is strong, very strong. Use cage trap. Engrave slabs for the dead. Need hospital. Information flowing like wine from a cup. Very true. All these things are correct. Although it's a bit late for a hospital for these military boys, I have to say. I feel like they're a little bit beyond getting helped. Let's check the Etin health. Very good call, Claycree. And welcome to the stream, Shadesmar. Much appreciated for you being here. That doesn't make any grammatical sense. Shit, it's only exhausted. It's got an exhausted lower body and slightly damaged everything but its right and left necks. Is that how I interpret that? Doesn't look like it's doing great though, does it? How do we lure it in? Can we somehow entice it with that baby? Maybe if we dangled the baby off a rope and sort of dragged it back into the fortress super fast so the Etin kept reaching for it. Hungry. That kind of affair. Seems like it could be pretty risky for the baby though. Oh, is that our statue? Has it been built? Oh, construction suspended my ball bag. Give him a crossbow. We do have a legendary dog bone crossbow, I think, but unfortunately, Hectic Hermit, it's not got any ammo. We've got no bolts. We need to build a bower's workshop as well, actually. Engraved slabs for the dead. You're not wrong. Let's get that sorted. We should be able to just put them in here. We haven't got so many people dead that they can't be buried, have we? Maybe they're not reachable. Okay, I'm going to order some slabs up. Slab. Construct rock slab. It makes sense to have a few of them, so let's order 25 of the bad boys, and then once they're made, we can engrave. That'll be nice, won't it? You can make copper bolts. Do I have copper? That's the question. We have to let people up here to this surface level to actually get it done, though. Or do we? Maybe. I know the outside isn't secure yet. This whole compound out here is not yet secure. However, it might be worth just cutting through here. We could pop another cage trap array between the workshop / temple and the entryway, and that might protect against the Etin. Have they actually built that lever down by that? They have. Okay, maybe we should get that hooked up to the drawbridge so we can close that off. That would be nice. Add a new task. Link up to bridge.
the only bridge we have, and we'll use those mechanisms. Fantastic. Do it right now. Oh shit, that's not how it was supposed to be done. N, do task now. There we go. Let's get that sorted. Do I want to end? I feel like I could end the alert, have everyone come out of the burrow, and they peek their heads round, and the Etin goes ooh and chases them, and then they get to kite it over the top of the cage traps. Makes sense. Bone bolts, also a good choice. Better silver or steel. Well, that's a bit beyond us at the moment. Quite outside of our opportunity for raw resources. But we do have the infrastructure, obviously. We've got a magma furnace. By the way, it seems like we've got a few new people watching at the moment. If anybody is interested in playing along with this fortress, it's being done as a parallel worlds kind of dealio. Someone in the chat will probably be able to provide you with links. We've got one to just the Embark. There's a link to an 800 meg zipped up file of the entire Lazy Noob Pack, so you can just run it straight from Lazy Noob Pack. And there's also, if you want me to go over your fortress on stream, there is a sign up form you can get as well, which you can put your YouTube channel or your Twitch channel or whatever on, and then I can call you out and give you, well, I say call you out, that sounds bad, shout you out and give you a little bit of a hello or such. Thank you very much, Tidy. Much appreciated. We do have a little bit of copper, but apparently it's mostly lead, I think. Gallop says, my main defense strats are breed lots of war dogs to buy time outside and butcher most of the puppies and other dogs to prevent population explosion, then arm up big time with dog bone bolts. That does seem like a sensible strategy. I have woefully neglected my defences in this fortress. Those cage traps are about the extent of it. That's about as far as I've thought. We've not got really in depth on the defences, and really I should have done, because there's no excuses. It's not like we're short-handed. It's, you know, we've got everything we need. Not 100% on the Google Drive link. I think that is well, that's the thing, Shadesmar. Normally I'm very much a cage trap man, but this time I feel a bit scared because we did send our best boys out there and they got blatted. So I'm going to turn off the alerts. See what happens. Burrow 2. What? They're not on alert? No burrow restrictions? What happened there? Why are all my lads chonking around inside then? What's the dealio? And why has the music stopped? This is unacceptable. Everything's going terribly wrong. Hectic Hermit says, I'm terrible at this game. I think everybody is, really. Even the people that are good at it. Some people get good at doing certain things in it, but nobody's fully got up to speed with Dwarf Fortress yet, I don't think. Inaccessible. What's going on? Why are they suddenly saying they can't get out of here? Because the alert... There is an alert on. Well, that was weird. Am I crazy, or did that say there was no alert last time? To be fair, I'm probably crazy. Yes, alright, okay, Cupo does make very good forts, it's true. But, you know, I'm sure there's some stuff in Dwarf Fortress that he's just not au fait with yet. There's always something left to learn. Look at them all pile into the plump helmet fields. They're starving. Don't tell me we'll run out of food. We've got shitloads of food down here. Look at all that fish and llama. Llama meat. Lovely. Why are we leaving rabbit corpses in the dining hall? That doesn't sound practical. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm going to put a corpse stockpile out. P. Corpses. Y. And where do I put it? Somewhere behind the tavern, so we don't have people looking at it all the time. I mean, we could put it... I say tavern. It is currently a field full of llamas with a fence around it, but whatever. Don't judge me. Let's put a dump down as well, maybe. That's an I, isn't it? Oh, fuck it. We'll leave it. Don't need zones. Oh, they're bringing the statue out for the temple. That's good. Holy shit, the Etin's mincing people one by one. But it is pretty damaged. It is pretty damaged. Let's check the population quickly. Brace your eyeballs. Brace your eyeballs. We're going over to a mostly white screen to look at dwarf therapists. Be prepared. Da, 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 da. Here it comes. And now let's have a peek and see what our population is. We had 98 adults, 18 children, and 8 vulnerable babies. Let's read. Ah, I forgot to check about the migration wave last time, didn't I? Let's take a look at the new migration wave. Let's see if they're any good. There were 15 of them. I'm not seeing any big numbers in the skills. Let's have a look on the military screen. Oh, hold on a minute. Look. Another poxy vampire. Cry, little sister. Da, 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 da. It's turning to be quite that kind of place. 10 human kills. I mean, that's not even that much for a vampire, is it? I feel a little... Let's rename him. Unib. We've got Vamp. Let's call this one Vampo for now, just so we can find him. Vampo. And let's remove his real name. And commit. There we go. Ah, we didn't take the poll, did we? We didn't take the poll. I tell you what, it's getting very late. It's 2:45 in the morning here, so I'm probably going to start winding up in a minute or two. If anyone wants a dwarf named after them, now is the time to ask. But I am also going to do the poll that we missed doing earlier. We're going to decide the fate of the new vampires. We have 2 old vampires, and we have 2 new vampires. Now, the fate of the old vampires, the original 2, Schmeliork and Udib, I believe, they're going in the volcano. They are sacrifices to the volcano god, no matter what else happens. They're gone. But the other 2 vampires, will they be joining them? Or will they be trained as super soldiers, used as bookkeepers, exploited essentially for their vampiric properties? This is the question. And so in order to answer it, I'm just going to head over to my Twitch dashboard and set up a poll. So if you bear with me, we're also going to head back over to the fortress as well, because there's no point sitting here looking at Dwarf Therapist when there's lovely, lovely Dwarf Fortress to look at and a big old pile of dwarf corpses that I'm building up. Where was I? Yes, I was loading up my dashboard. So let's take a poll. Manage poll. New poll. What to do with our new bloodsuckers? There we go. Oh, chat's going crazy. Minimum number 2. They must join the others as... Oh, okay. There's no more. They must join the others. That means put them in the volcano. They must fight. That means put them in the military and train them up. And then I'll put a third option in. Some other shit. There we go. That'll do. Not going to charge bits for voting. That's madness. I'm not going to make subscriber votes count double, and I'm not going to make it subscriber only. I'm going to set it to a 2-minute duration. You should see the thing for it pop up at the top of the chat window. So the poll's starting. Content does not meet guidelines. Alright then, maybe I'll delete the word bloodsuckers and type vampires. Vampires? What should we do with our new vampires? Start poll. Does not meet guidelines. Oh, fuck off. I'm going to type something else instead of some other shit. Oh, fuck you, Twitch. You can't do a poll with swear words in. What if a child watches it? There we go. So, the poll should be ongoing. Let's take a look at chat. It is, yes, you can click on that to cast your vote and decide what we do with our new vampires. And we'll see what goes on. We'll see how it works. Just double checked all of my work. Pretty sure the XML got corrupted on exports. Oh, so I need to do another export of the Legends file in order to for you to go through it. I probably won't do that tonight, but tomorrow I'll give it a go. I am building that new PC for my mate tomorrow, so there will be a lot of chat about that in the Discord. I'll probably be going, please help me, I'm so papega. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Either all sacrifice or all warriors. No. We've already got 2 who've been voted into the magma. They are dead. They're gone. They're going into one of these magma pools. However, the 2 who've recently arrived, well, they have a chance to survive. Do we use them or do we fling them into the pits? I feel like the Etin's only going to be beaten by a Cryptbeards rush at this point, so I might need to draft everybody quickly and charge them out. And we also need to get rid of these freaking corpses. They're a problem. They're a problem. Has the poll finished? Oh, God, 2 minutes is actually a ludicrously long time. And to be honest, we are already at 83% they must join the others. Everyone's being sacrificed. That's 5 votes for sacrifice and 1 for a vampire military. Oof. Let the merchants deal with the Etin. That's not the worst idea. Let's quickly just send everyone back to the thingy. Sorry, excuse the coughing. Military. Alerts. Burrow to bang. There we go. Everybody get back in there. Run away from the Etin, and hopefully it will follow them back up past the traders into the traps. Why is the thing going so slow? Oh, it's exhausted. That's why. Come on. Come on. Act as bait. Don't chase the cat. No. Oh, stupid cat. Stupid poxy. What the? What's this? Who are you? Down here. What are you doing? Hello? Question mark. You see him? Flashing in the woods there? He's a Marks dwarf sitting in a pile of vomit with some maple leaves and maple samaras. I don't even know what maple samaras are. Where's the Etin gone? Is it still there? We may have to deal with it next time, to be honest. I'm going to quickly look at Therapist and check to see how many dwarves we've lost. We had 101. We've now got 100. Well, we've only lost 1 dwarf since we checked. He's probably a crucial dwarf, a vital dwarf. But we'll see how it works out. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was just some peasant who got smeared on the floor, which would be nice. It's nice when just the peasants die. Just chilling in a pile of vomit. He's probably badly wounded. Oh, did he just move? Oh, yeah, he's moving. It's okay. He's got out of his sick puddle. And now he's making his way across the river, which should clean him off. I've lost track of the Etin. Is it on screen still? I should try hunting it down again. If I press U, and then others, as Jin said. Remember Jin from Lost? Others. He was cool. Then we go to Z. Where is he? Oh, there he is, right by the river. And then we follow him for a bit and see what happens. You going anywhere, lad? You getting the fuck out of Dodge, or are you just going to paddle in the river for a bit? Because I feel like you should head into our cage trap array. I think you'd enjoy it. I think you would be captivated. I mean, it's a word. It's vaguely appropriate. How did he get distracted by that sodding cat as well? Cats can't taste that good. Dwarves must taste much better than cats. And at the very least, they've got more meat on them. I mean, then again, I suppose technically a tiger's a cat, so there's probably quite a bit of meat on them, but meh, I don't know. He's slowly making his way up, isn't he? 17 frames per second. No wonder it's taking so bloody long. It's almost certainly due to all these cancel store item nonsenses. He is making his way up to the gates, though, so fingers crossed he gets caught in a trap and we can just call time on this whole shenaniganry. Planning mode. Switch into this mode. Set what quality of materials you want as restrictions to start placing. Oh, I see. Talking about planning mode again, yeah. By the end of this fortress, I'm hoping to have at least given planning mode a good try. Because every time I start a fortress, I start late, I'm tired, I'm like, we have these whole scenarios where I sit here waffling away to chat, not really getting a whole shitload done. But hopefully, I'll get a daytime stream in sometime soon, and I'll be able to sit down all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready for a little bit of the old learning, as opposed to the blabbering, which is what I've been doing blatantly all night. Excuse me. Place doors and lock them after using burrows to remove the alert. That's a pretty clever move, actually. Yeah, I could do that. Where is it? F2. Oh, we've got corpses in here. What? Why? Oh, the graveyard's not in the area, is it? Ah, for fuck's sake. Define this burrow. There we go. Let's add our graveyard, so hopefully they'll pick up the corpses and bung them in there. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, eh? Okay, how's the Etin doing? Is it coming any closer? Or is it just fanning around? Oh, great, it's got into our llama pen. That's not optimal. In fact, I would go as far as to say that is deeply suboptimal. We don't even have anybody we can send out to kill it. Maybe the traders will leave in a minute, although if it's still inside our llama pen, they might not even see the bastard. Ah, what a pain in the arse. Anyway, doors. Build doors. No, that's designate. Build door. There we go. Pop a couple of doors in here. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. And then once they're in place, we can lock them and take away the alert. And everyone will stay sitting in the party zone, having a fun old time. P-A-R-T-Y. P-A-R-T-Y. Hopefully some of our llamas will survive, otherwise we'll need to purchase some more from traders. Come on. Out of the tavern. We haven't even finished building it yet. You're not allowed to go inside and start getting spoilers for what it will look like. Killing baby llamas, of course, as you do. Come on, Etin. Come on, give me my frames back, you thief. You frame rate thief. I've wanted to make a vamp fort with the blood in the wall trick, but it seems rather difficult to pull off. Do it the way Krugsmash did it. He got the corpse of a vampire down into a pit with the water, and then just had a spike jabbing them until they bled into the water, and once they've done that, I think it's all good. I think you're all set. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. I think that was how he did it, though, wasn't it? Yeah, something like that. Ah, dear. Well, we are definitely coming to the end of this session. Oh, hello. There's a lot of blood around the entryway. Is that Etin blood? Did they kill it? Oh, no, the Etin's still in the thing. What's all this blood from, then? Cowbone helm, copper shield. Oh, shit, look, that cowbone thing is the artifact. Yeah. Huh. Okay, it's just sitting outside. Somebody came into the fortress wearing it and then got killed, so we thought, yeah, just leave it in the blood. Why not? The Etin does appear to be in here, so if I click that and say forbid passage, is he locked in there now? Is that how it works? Let's resume. And then let's cancel the thing and see what happens. A borrow 2, there we go. Everything cancelled. Hopefully they'll pick up their jobs again. The llamas are now charging away from the llama zone, which is understandable. They have been pretty much ripped to pieces. Remember, Scoundrel, your dwarves are probably cave adapted, so fighting outside is probably a bad idea. That's a good point. It's just luring the Etin inside seems to be a little bit difficult. We do also need to completely replace our military. We now have lost every dwarf in the fortress who had any military skill other than Mark's dwarfship, which is problematic to say the least. Let's go down to the Craftsdorf workshops and start designating, because I'm pretty sure that I've built some slabs by now, right? And then we can start saying, please, could you put some names on here? Thank you very much. Add Alt S. He's a ghost, for sure. Why not? No slab engraved, not memorialized. No, not him. No. There we go. Bomb wreck. Too long. Buckshot Brigade. Oh, what? When did he die? Poor old Buckshot Brigade. We'll never know what happened. Just died in the midst. Probably the Etin, though, I'm guessing, right? Etin must have done it. Seems very likely. The Etin does appear to be locked in the old tavern building site, so fingers crossed he stays there. Maybe even we'll be able to starve him to death. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Why are they putting bodies in the corpse stockpile when we very, very clearly have a suitable graveyard prepared? Doesn't seem to make sense. I feel the pang of disappointment deep within my nuts. Let's have a quick look at the thing and see who's going. Jim Sterling's streaming. Oh my. Are there any... nobody I follow other than big streamers is streaming. Let me just have a quick peeky poo at the Dwarf Fortress category, because I'm thinking about ending and going and raiding somebody, so we'll just give it that. The Etin hasn't got out, has it? Shit. No, the Etin hasn't got out. It's all good. Ah, and they're standing on the wall shooting it. Oh, he's not standing on the walls. Where is he? He's up on the hillside. Ingenious. That's... Oh, wank. He's out. I tell you what. Cliffhanger. That's where we're leaving it for the night. We're making this the freeze frame moment of the evening, and then next time we'll come back and we'll have to deal with the Etin in whatever way we can. I'm going to raid somebody. Does anybody have a suggested channel? Have we got any Dwarf Fortress channels streaming at the moment? I don't think there are, to be honest. Can't see it, but we'll soon find out. Oh, here we go. Dwarf Fortress. Currently 27 people watching Dwarf Fortress. There's got to be more. Oh, that's mostly people watching me. Holy shit, there's loads of you. Thank you very much for watching. So, what's going to happen now is I am going... You can read the engraving of the slab to see how they died after building it. Oh! I did not know that. Okay. Anyway, we're going to raid someone else at the end of it. It's either going to be Grey Dark Jester or, I don't know, maybe I should raid a big stream. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to save this game and we're going to go off and do the wind up and go and raid somebody else. For those of you who are taking off now, thank you very much for watching. I stream nothing but Dwarf Fortress at the moment, but it's not the only game I stream in the grand scheme of things. I'm streaming Monday and Thursday nights, UK time, late night. No shit, it's 3 in the morning here. If you're interested, join us. I've got a Discord where you can discuss Dwarf Fortress or anything like that. We have a special room called Cryptbeards for Dwarf Fortress chat, but it's been incredibly leaky lately, and general's mainly just been Dwarf Fortress. Feel free to join us. Feel free to ask for the files to play along. Feel free to sign up using the form to have your fortress reviewed at the end. I mean, not by an expert, obviously, by me. But it's interesting to see what people have done with an embark. Let's head back over to the home screen and prepare ourselves for the raid. Who should we raid? Who should we raid? Do we raid Grey Dark Jester playing Dwarf Fortress with 3 viewers? Or should I just raid someone big who I watch? Like, I've got... Oh, actually, no, they're all live. The only person who's actually live is Jim Sterling. I mean, we could raid Jim Sterling. I mean, we could. He's probably got raids off, though, hasn't he? We'll see. We'll try it, maybe. Anyone opposed to that idea? And you're all welcome for the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for saying thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did find the fortress through the subreddit post, feel free to like it next time it pops up. Give it an upvote. It's a bit late now because I'm going to delete it after the stream, so don't worry about that. Check the poll results again. Overwhelmingly in favour of killing the vampires. It was all good. Okay. Brilliant. So, what's left to say? I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a genuine pleasure. Let's see if we can raid. /raid. Can. Brilliant. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's been a genuine pleasure streaming for you. Hopefully our paths will cross again at some point in the future. If you're interested, feel free to join. Feel free to come to the Discord. I think the link's in chat. I'll pop it in there now. Other than that, I'm knackered and I need to go to sleep. I shall see you all on the other side. We'll say hi in the raid and then I'll slink off for beddy buys. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, goodbye.
sure people have nice things to add. Both. Apologies, viewers. Ending though, why are you playing with control? I don't like